Ack 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 Ack. UnionFitness.com.
And scene. Nice.
Yeah. That was the UnionFitness.com ad read. Did you guys buy it?
Absolutely.
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 All right. We are broadcasting live today from the Union Fitness Studios located on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. Union Fitness is more than a traditional gym. It's a place where you transform yourself inside and out, Ack Ack, with a variety of classes based around fitness, yoga, strength, and performance training. At Union Fitness, they believe it's their duty to hold themselves and their clients to a higher standard, like Mars, for example. And they practice what they preach, and they blast all the humans, even though they say they've come in peace. If you'd like a consultation, go to unionfitness.com today and sign up. Through Union, there is world domination.
Dun dun dun.
Ack, 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 ack.
Bum-bum.
Not trying to be distracting from the greatness of Mars Attacks, but Josh, could you quickly tell me what it was like to see a sporting event in person? Well, Justin was with me,
Indeed.
and awesome.
It was pretty great.
It was
yeah.
pretty great.
It was odd but awesome at the same time.
And they beat the Flyers. The Penguins beat the Flyers.
Mm-hmm.
The first game, people were allowed back in the building.
We were talking about this briefly before the show, and it was we were saying that after a while it did start to feel a little bit like work. Because, when you're at an event, you can just kind of sit back and relax and let the crowd do all the work. But when there's only 2,800 people there, in the
And
second
Iceberg puts out the call.
yeah, in the second and third period, we're really like trying to keep the yells going and get the players into it and amped up. And
I'm surprised I have a voice today.
so am I. Yeah, I did a lot of yelling yesterday.
We really
the whole time.
we got after it.
But yeah, it was crazy different. A lot of stuff was closed at the arena. A lot of people
Yep.
trying to figure it out. But yeah, it was fun.
It was a blast. Jason, I saw my good friend Guy Junker, and apparently I walked up to him and like he was like on air. I didn't realize.
The camera guy's like,
He's like, get out of the way, Guy. What are you doing? So, like, we were on the news last night, I guess. My mom texted me. She's like, you guys were on the news interrupting Guy Junker. And I'm like, good. That's my friend Guy Junker.
Guy was having it. He's like, oh, hey.
He's like, hey, what's up? Where's Brody? That was what he said. He wanted to know where Brody was. So, my dog is more popular than I am, as if you didn't already know that. The movie we watched this week. Come on.
Your pick this week.
Best.
Yeah.
Man, okay, so this guy I saw, you always send me the lists of things coming on and off Netflix.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, Mars Attacks. I need to like sit down and rewatch this. Then I watched it and realized I had never seen it.
Really?
I guess I had never seen it.
What did you watch that you thought Mars Attacks? Is the quiz
No
the
clue.
question?
No clue.
What are you confused
I
at?
think I probably just
Every fucking week there's something like this.
every week it's something with this.
I thought
guy.
I was watching Forrest Gump, but it was actually Mars Attacks.
It was Mars Attacks the whole time. I don't
Whoops.
know. I think I knew about it and had seen clips,
Okay.
but I don't know that I had ever seen the whole movie because I kept waiting for that moment where like something was familiar, and it never came. So
Well, all right. Hot take then. What did you think?
that was fucking awesome.
Okay.
What a weirdly delightful movie. That was my opinion of it.
I can't believe that. It's so funny. You
Yeah.
picked the movie you thought you had seen and then you didn't.
Well,
Huh.
are you surprised?
That's
No.
Zach's
not, I'm not.
Zach's not surprised.
I
at
am
all.
and I am not, I
Yeah.
suppose. But okay. Loved it.
Loved it. Couldn't wear it.
And Zach, you had seen it before, right? You're
Yeah,
familiar?
I had watched it like within the last couple of weeks, so
Oh, before he even announced that we were watching this on the
yeah,
show.
I think I watched it like that week or the week before. So
Oh, okay. Good. And that was the first time you saw it or no?
no.
Many times.
Big
Okay.
Mars Attacks guy.
Nice.
I think it's hard not to be. And I watched, like, it's kind of like after your team wins the big championship game, you want to consume like all the highlights, all the post game coverage, all that kind of stuff, because you want to. And when I went on the internet to do that after watching Mars Attacks, everyone's like, "This movie's terrible." Like Independence Day is so much better. I'm like, what does Independence Day have to do with Mars Attacks?
Well, they came out in the same year,
Okay.
and they're about aliens taking over, but vastly on way other ends of the spectrum.
I bet he watched Earth Girls Are Easy. Oh.
Earth
Backdoor
Girls Are Easy.
Sluts 9, is it?
Earth Girl Sluts 9 or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
but they came
so-
out the same year, so and one was a gigantic success commercially.
Yes.
And sort of a beloved film all these years
Right.
later. And then Mars Attacks was much more of a cult classic B-movie
Still
style.
a beloved film all these years later.
Yeah, I don't have a good finger on the pulse of the zeitgeist and how it feels about Mars Attacks. It's a cult classic for sure, but we talked about this last week too. Like, is it a movie that everyone actually loves, or that just like not enough people have seen? You know, because it feels like it is something that is part of culture, Mars Attacks. But
Yeah.
as we get older, maybe less and less and less
Yeah.
so, I suppose.
I guess. I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed it though, as far as like goofy, weird movie to just kind of like sit down, comatose, and enjoy, and like just, I don't know, man. Like I thought it was a lot of fun. So, yeah, I did not. I have no. Because we did this last time we did a Tim Burton film, and I don't think it cracks my Tim Burton top 5, but it's certainly 6.
It's, you know what's crazy about this movie is that it's a Tim Burton movie, right? But this one almost stands alone among Tim Burton's. Like, it's so Tim Burton-y. Like, it's on
Right.
another level from all his other
Well,
stuff.
let me run a hot take by you guys.
Okay.
Let's go.
I believe this movie is a combination of two things, okay? And I wrote it down, so hang on, let me get it.
I wrote both of them down.
I
As not
wrote
to
both
forget.
of them down.
Tits and ass.
Tits and ask. One, Warner Brothers greenlighting anything that Tim Burton wanted to do and crossing their fingers that they could milk it forever, right? Like
That's the titties.
Oh, yeah.
he had done Batman, Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands. I mean, he had really hit home runs
Oh, yeah.
up to this point.
They're like, whatever you want, dude.
Right.
Yep.
But I believe it is that exact string of success from 85 to 94 that Tim Burton felt like he was being put in a box and not allowed to be as weird as he wanted to be.
Oh.
And then he was like, I'm going to do a movie based on a trading card series, and it's going to be so weird and no one's going to get it.
Yeah.
And that's Mars Attacks.
Boom.
Because then he goes right back to hits. Sleepy Hollow's the next movie.
Did you guys ever see Ed Wood?
No.
Yeah, I love Ed Wood.
Okay, because I think he made this in sort of the style of the movies Ed Wood used to make,
Yeah.
right? Those really terrible B movies from the 50s.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Have you seen Ed Wood?
I have not seen Ed Wood as much as I love Johnny Depp.
It's one of my favorite Tim Burton movies, if not like in my top 10, because it's so strange. Like it's shot in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the making of Plan 9 from Outer Space, but it's like, you know, biographical, obviously, but they like really dig in on like the later years of Bela Lugosi in it,
Mm-hmm.
and like at one point this is like just a part of something I learned like from the movie, but he was like such a junkie towards the end where he would just like shoot morphine to like get high.
Bela
And, like,
Lugosi.
yeah, it was like morphine and embalming fluid. Like he would mix it in
What?
and shoot it. Yeah.
What a cocktail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Edward's
Hemingway would
fantastic.
blush.
Bela Lugosi, who famously played
Dracula.
Dracula in the original Universal movies. But
Wow.
yeah, it's crazy. And when the thing about Mars Attacks is, when I first watched it as a kid, the only other time I watched it, I was probably 10 or 11 years old. I didn't really get it at the time. Like, I didn't really know who any of the actors were. The aliens were just kind of weirding me out. Like, the plot, I wasn't really into it. But now going back and watching it, I can fully appreciate that side of it, where it's
Yeah.
just like they're leaning so hard into the cheese of it, and like that's the style that they're going for. Like, it's not poorly made because they are terrible at their jobs. Like, that's exactly what they were going for.
What they were going for.
Yeah.
And I also think in 2021, with the imminent alien abduction arrival happening, as the government continues to say, yes, there are aliens, there's UFOs, this is exactly how this shit's going to go down.
God
I hope
willing.
not, for our sake.
Yeah, no offense, Zach, but some vegan's going to show up and release a dove as a sign of peace. They're going to take it as a sign of war, and then it's
how it
just
always goes.
downhill from there.
Tale
I'm
as
ready
old
to
as time.
go,
And
so
that,
that's
like,
cool.
and that the aliens will be able to get into the White House dressed as a hooker fucking the press secretary. That was the most believable part of the whole fucking movie.
Well, even more so if aliens do, you know, ruin humanity, like I would expect Martin Short to be responsible in some regards.
Yes,
'cause he's
exactly.
A fucking awful actor.
Exactly.
I love how he just knocks on the door of the White House, and the
Yeah,
guy's
it's
like,
like,
"Oh
"Hey,
yeah,
let
come
me
on
in."
in, Barry."
Yeah. It's like,
Oh yeah, sure. Sneak out. Come on right in.
oh man, it is Mars Attacks is a movie with Mystery Science Theater 3000 or 5000 commentary turned on.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. Like instead of whatever the actual dialogue was supposed to be,
Mhm.
it's the dialogue they're making up for the movie. It's just already in the movie. Like that's essentially what Mars Attacks is.
It's like also the only Tim Burton movie that isn't like overly dark. Like
Yeah.
even
it's
like
kinda fun.
style wise. Like
Yeah.
I feel like Sleepy Hollow.
Oh man, Sleepy Hollow,
what's
Edward Scissorhands,
Edward
Charlie the
Scissorhands,
Chocolate Factory,
yeah.
all deep, scary.
Yeah, they all have that like I think you're talking like the look of it too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like they all have those muted colors and it's like
Sweeney Todd.
desaturated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Although Edward Scissorhands is sort of vibrant in like the
Yeah.
world that she lives in, the Avon lady and everything.
True.
Of course, his world's like real black and white. But yeah,
True.
Not Edward Scissorhands. Tim Burton does have his very
Yeah.
distinct visual style.
Yeah. Well, all the Batman movies are
Right.
everything's wet. Like literally, every street is wet. The building's wet. It's always raining. It's
Yeah.
always dark. Like
Yeah, dark and moody for sure.
Yeah.
Even Dumbo recently and all the
Yeah.
dark shadows, everything. But yeah, this was definitely it's a unique standalone Tim Burton movie.
yeah.
Which is hard to say, hard to do. I don't know if there's any other single one that really just like stylistically and like everything about it just seems to stand out from the
Yeah.
rest.
No, I agree. The topics we're gonna get into today, our favorite moments, better or worse than, but this one specifically better or worse than other film aliens. So you'll see the movie poster, but we're talking about the aliens in the movie, not the movie itself.
Oh,
'Cause
interesting.
This movie's hard to compare to just about anything. You know what I
Agreed,
mean? It's
yeah.
so bizarre and poking fun at itself. 2021 songs that would make aliens' heads blow up. We all brought about 3 or some to bring to the table. Justin has a couple of clips of also some terrible CGI to share with us. And then we're bringing back a segment we did for the Family Stone because I just think every Sarah Jessica Parker movie we're going to do this thing. 1996, then and now. So we have a list of movies, and we're going to talk about if they were made now, how would they get made? Would they be made? Who would need to be in them? That kind of thing. Then we're polish it off with the longest overrated, underrated segment in the history of Thoughts from the Movies because the cast. Let's just kick it off. Favorite moments. Watching the movie and being like, oh, him. Oh, hey, they're in this. Oh, hey, look at that. Like, that's got to be one of them.
It's extensive. It's people who are even in it for only like a scene. You know, like
Oh,
Danny
yeah.
DeVito has a
2
minute and a half
scenes.
of screen time,
And it's
Yeah.
awesome.
And it's just there's so many characters like that. Like it's just a list of cameos goes on and on and on. That was definitely a pleasant surprise, but especially because it was A-list cameos, right? And
Oh,
like
yeah.
even the people in the supporting and lead roles were all A-listers, but just the whole cast overall. I can't think of too many films that have so many A-list names in them in so many roles. Even, given that it was 96 and it's not the way that we see people now. Like Sarah Jessica Parker
Right.
at the time, I don't think was like. I mean, Hocus Pocus probably had come out before then.
Hocus
or that might have
Pocus
been late
had
90s.
Sex in the City, maybe not.
No, Sex in the City I think was like 99 to 2001 or something like that.
That sounds right.
I had no idea Sarah Jessica
98.
Parker was in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah,
she's
the
the
hot
babe.
witch.
Nice.
never seen
Hey, there it is.
Yep. But she is. It's true
She
though.
is.
Yeah.
There's no
the blonde
doubt.
one.
Yep.
Yeah, the Sanderson sister.
Zach, what was your favorite moment?
Every moment with Jack Nicholson as like the Dale Earnhardt looking character. That's my favorite. And when Byron tries
in
to
peace.
get like the day off and his pit boss is like no.
Yeah,
And Tom Jones.
yeah,
'Cause I
all of
fucking love
Tom Jones.
Jones.
And
Yeah.
like, what a weird. Why Tom Jones?
I know, yeah. I thought he was just gonna do where he's singing, but then he like goes with them too.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, Tom Jones is
can
still
fly
in
a
the movie.
plane.
He's,
Yeah.
he's still in the movie.
He's still doing it. Go
He's the
Tom
shit.
Jones.
The Jack Nicholson thing was definitely a head turner because I mean, for if anyone hasn't seen it, Mars Attacks is pretty simple. Jack Nicholson plays the president, and these comical aliens come to Earth. They try to make friends with them, and then all hell breaks loose, and the aliens start killing everybody. And it's
Right.
like in the craziest, cheesiest, funnest way possible.
Right.
But Jack Nicholson, for some reason, not only does he play the president of the United States, but he plays a Las Vegas casino owner who's like a real Dallas, Texas cowboy or something, who's like, "We're partner, we're gonna make this casino and everyone's gonna come to it." Like he's wearing a wig and a cowboy hat and everything. It's so random, but it's so awesome. Like he is so funny in it, but I have no idea why.
I saw a thing on the internet. It was like he showed up blind drunk to set one day, and Tim Burton's like, "Just roll,
Just go.
just go."
Yeah.
Give him the like when he lifts the hat off and the wig's attached to the hat. It's just a dumb little bit. It's so good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
No, you.
Some things off the bat. First off, when the fact that Natalie Portman is just Lydia Dietz, but in the White House. She's got like the black drapes over her bed.
Fair.
And then they roll the pizza in on the silver platter. I would like somebody to serve pizza to me that way. I just saying like 1000th episode of By the Slice. Can we do that? That would be great.
Ding. Also, there's a cameo. Natalie Portman's in it.
Just
and this is before Phantom Menace.
Okay.
But Leon the Professional had come out before this, which is what really put her on the map as a very young kid.
Right.
12 or 13. So
right.
She was someone who was known at the time. Also in the background of this movie.
The grandma is the agent from Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And she pets the dead cat.
Right.
I chuckled very hard. Very hard at that.
Yeah. I think she died after this movie.
Rest
wow.
in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. 25 years ago.
Today.
But still.
I'm just reading my notes here because there's so many amazing little. It makes the international sign for donut.
Yeah.
When Jim Brown says, "Come on, man, you know I'm not like that anymore. I met Allah and I don't eat pork. I'm a better man."
Yeah, so wait, his character's thing was he was a heavyweight champion with boxing.
Yeah.
Who ended up as playing some Egyptian dude
Yeah.
in Vegas.
Yeah.
I missed how that connection happened.
I don't know either.
How he ended up as just dressed as like the casino
Right.
Joker or whatever.
When Jack Nicholson won't sign the nuke thing the first time, and he goes, "I want the people to know they still have 2 branches of the government working for them, and 2 out of 3 ain't bad." There's so many jokes in this movie that are like way too relevant. All these years later, I'm like, oh man, that's one of my favorites.
I forgot Michael J. Fox.
Oh yeah, as the reporter.
Yeah.
And then I'm just looking at the IMDb now. Ray J's in this fucking movie?
Yeah.
Who's Ray J? Is he one of the kids?
I think so.
Probably.
He's got to be one of those 2 kids.
Yeah.
One of Byron's kids.
Hashtag hit it first.
Pierce, what do you think about Pierce Brosnan as the smarmy doctor? Because I think this was the year after GoldenEye came out.
Yeah, so he was
like
recently bonded.
So he was like spoofing himself.
Right.
Like where he's the suave doctor, but he's also insanely hammy
right,
about it.
Right. Pierce Brosnan is my James Bond. I don't care if he's the best James Bond. He's my James Bond. I loved it. I loved the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was like, as I was watching it, there was like, I'm writing a lot of notes, and then at the 50-minute mark, I was like, oh, all this was set up for a wacky invasion 30-minute finale. Like the whole tourist bit where they're like changing Mount Rushmore and like they blow up the Taj Mahal and they're like taking pictures. Like the whole fucking thing is just like, it's so silly. It's so dumb.
It's so good though.
It's so good.
Yeah. The whole like the way they translate the aliens and everything with the box, you know,
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh yeah, I made this, it's ready to go." And they're
Right.
smacking it in, they're trying to translate. I mean, everything about it is
When they
playing into
when they huff the nuclear bomb.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just the whole fucking thing. Do you think that Jack Nicholson's character was where Michael Keaton got the inspiration for Beetlejuice, or was it vice versa? I don't know which one came out first. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Beetlejuice came out first.
I would say
Okay,
Beetlejuice
alright.
came out first. Yeah.
so Jack Nicholson's just doing a Michael Keaton impression.
Maybe. But you know what about Jack Nicholson being the president? He is awesome as the president,
Yes.
even though he's like jokingly playing the president, and he never really played like a presidential role in it. And Jack Nicholson, insanely funny in this one, but like really obviously dry humor.
Jack Nicholson, as all of us are aware, as big fans of Anger Management, the movie,
Shout out.
is underrated comedy actor.
Oh yeah.
underrated.
Big
He
time.
is those eyebrows alone are fucking
And
hilarious.
the teeth that grin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The whole fucking thing. I'm just like looking now through my notes again. Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
hit all my major.
No, you got. I mean,
When the grenade at the end, when he throws the grenade in, but it was just a snow globe.
yeah.
It's a Martian snow globe.
Right.
Shake it and laugh and throws it.
Yeah.
So do you know what the translation was at the beginning?
Translation for what?
Where it was like skin of green, yada yada yada, and it was like something suede at the end. It's like the first translation they get from the aliens.
No.
So if you take it and you swap out, like, if you anticipate translation errors, right? Because, you know, anytime you translate from one language to another, there's things that don't. It's saying that the aliens put man on the planet Earth to farm them, and they are now here to reap the rewards.
What?
Yeah. That's
I'm
essentially.
not sure that's not true.
No, it's like. Hang on.
No, but I mean in like real life.
Oh, right.
Like, I'm
right.
not sure that's inaccurate.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
To farm them? What do you mean farm them?
Hang on.
Like
let me pull the whole thing up. Yeah.
Human livestock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they just kill everyone in the movie. They just zap them and they all disintegrate.
Well,
So they don't do anything
They
with
don't kill
them.
like Pierce Brosnan and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, what was up with that? Like, they kidnapped the Chihuahua and this random journalist and then swapped their heads on each other's body
Yeah.
for some unknown reason. And then Pierce Brosnan they kidnap just to keep his head,
Yes.
even though the rest of his body is AWOL.
Mhm.
So, it's totally random, but makes it fun when they're like, the ship's exploding and both of their heads are rolling on the floor together. And he's like, I loved you from the moment I saw you, or whatever.
Yeah. I'm trying to find.
What they said.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where did you read it before?
It was on a YouTube video.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. But
sure.
it translates like that. Like they put them on Earth because they say like we will reap them like wheat or something in the translation.
It's dark, man. That's very dark.
Well,
That's way too dark for this
Still
movie.
Tim Burton.
We're here to reap what we've sowed.
It's still Tim
Okay.
Burton. All right. Cool. So
Yeah, very fun all around. The humor, the writing,
everything.
the acting of all the characters was just.
awesome.
This was, you could tell this was a movie where everyone took it because they knew they would have a ton of fun
Yeah.
playing the role.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So,
And Michael J. Fox being a douchebag in something.
oh yeah.
Brand new for him. Brand new for him.
Yeah, everyone really leaned into it, which was great.
All right. Better or worse than? Remember, we are comparing the aliens in the movies to the Mars attacks Martians. So, first place to start. The Xenomorphs in Alien. Better or worse than Mars attacks?
The Xenomorph, are we talking like fear factor or just like design of the alien, or what are we talking here?
It's a good question. I would say a little bit of everything. I know that's probably not a great answer, but you know what I mean? Like, it's take it all into account. Like, the Xenomorphs aren't funny.
No, they're certainly scarier,
Yeah.
and they, the Mars Attacks aliens are definitely funnier and cheesier.
Yeah.
I guess playing into that. What are the weapons of the Xenomorphs? I can't remember. Do they just eat you?
Their head opens up and then there's another head inside.
Right, but they don't have any like.
No,
guns
I
or
think they're
anything.
just physical tools. I
Right.
don't think they have any kind of weaponry.
I haven't seen all the alien movies, but I don't know what kind of tech they have. It seems like the aliens of Mars Attacks have the better tech.
That's true.
With
That is
the
true.
guns and the spaceships and
Yep.
the head separation. I'm going Mars Attacks aliens.
Yeah, fucking right.
Yeah.
Fuck
Mars
you,
Attacks
Xenomorphs.
aliens.
I would I would go aliens.
Okay.
Just like they're so fucking cool looking.
They are cool looking.
Like
But-
the Mars Attacks aliens are fun and cool, but the aliens are fucking like iconic.
Here's the difference, okay? As far as Zeitgeist goes, if you watch the Instagram teaser, I have a Mars Attacks holographic sticker of the Martian. You could not get that of a Xenomorph, but you could get a very cool spray-painted 90s t-shirt of a xenomorph that looks like, you know how there's like the classic, like the moon howling at the wolf, but like of a xenomorph.
Okay.
That's the difference to me. Do you
take
want the
that.
cool sticker, or do you want like this really bizarre acid wash green shirt with a xenomorph howling at a moon?
Yeah. I like the movie Alien better for sure, but in terms of the alien characters,
There's something fun about some trolls landing on Earth.
Yeah.
Just like like when France thinks they've made friends. He's like, get out of there! All right.
what are you giving it to?
That's France for you, though.
Yeah. I've got the Mars Attacks aliens.
Okay.
The next one is the tougher draw for me. Coneheads versus Mars Attacks aliens.
I have not seen Coneheads.
I
Isn't
r-
Adam Sandler in Coneheads?
Yes,
Nice.
briefly. As the boyfriend who goes to pick up the daughter.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I recently watched Coneheads for the first time,
Okay.
and I was like, I'm gonna hate this movie.
Nope.
It's
Dan
so
Aykroyd.
funny.
It's Dan
It's
Aykroyd
so
and
fucking funny.
Jane Curtin, I
There's
think,
so many
is the other
people
one.
in it.
Yeah.
There's so many people in it.
Yep.
Alien-wise, though, Mars Attacks.
Okay.
Mars Attacks.
I think I got to go the other way. Because at this point, I'm just going comedy for comedy, and the Coneheads are fucking funnier to me. I
Okay.
love the Coneheads.
The Coneheads are aliens, and
Yeah.
but they're just living among people.
Yeah.
And they have heads shaped like cones.
And then they say they're European. That's why they look that way.
Do they have giant brains in their?
Yeah,
giant
they're like
heads?
superior intelligence, and yeah. How do you not know the Coneheads?
I don't know. Something about this poster makes me not want to watch the movie.
It's Dan Aykroyd.
No, I agree, but I promise you, it's absolutely
Oh,
hilarious.
it's the best. It's
Why
the
what do
best.
the Coneheads do that they are on Earth?
Suck spark plugs.
True.
What?
No, they're like
True.
he like fucks up, and they can't get back home. Right.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. He's not into it. Coneheads to me. Zach's taking Martians from Mars Attacks. Did anybody see District 9?
I did.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. I have not seen District 9.
District 9 aliens compared to the Mars Attacks ones are just way more fun and cool in every way. The District 9 aliens aren't exactly. It's more the story of the District 9 aliens that's cooler because the story of District 9 is the spaceship comes to South Africa and the humans find that it's like poor, impoverished, sick aliens, and they put them in these slums. So they have like rounded up the aliens and like kept them in this slum part of town, and then like a human accidentally comes into contact with one, and he starts turning into an alien and like helps them escape.
That's cool.
But it's a fucking awesome movie. But the aliens themselves are like they're kind of xenomorph-esque, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, they're definitely like or Predator-esque. There's something along that vein.
Okay.
They don't have anything iconic about them at all.
No.
I'd give it to the Mars Attacks ones, but the story of District 9 is way better, and that's a super unique alien movie I recommend highly to anyone.
I saw it at the drive-in, and unless you would have said what you just said, I would have had no idea what it was about. But I just remember it being like slummy, and then was the other movie like Choppy or Chippy?
Chappie.
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 Yeah.
Same director.
With-
that was his third movie.
With
yeah.
the ant word in it.
Yeah.
Is with Chappie.
Isn't it like a spin-off? Isn't like Chappie like in District 9?
He's
no,
a robot.
No, yeah, it's just the same director, and like stylistically, there's a lot of similarities. South Africa and yeah,
Yeah.
but
I'm going Mars Attacks Martians though.
Okay.
nice.
Cool. We covered this movie on Thoughts from the Movies. We all know how I feel about him. Phone home. E.T. or the Mars Attacks Martians.
E.T. 100%.
Yeah, you can't beat Spielberg.
You can't-
Mars Attacks.
What?
E.T.
What?
Stop trying to be cool.
No, E.T. Like scarred me as a child.
Oh yeah, that I agree with for sure.
Like when they came in the suits and took E.T. away, like
Yeah.
I would have like a panic attack,
Yeah.
and like I can't fuck with E.T.
Okay.
I don't like the
I
movie
can't.
E.T. It definitely
You were very much against
it
it.
freaks me out.
when we
Like,
watched
he's
it.
running in the woods and he's like, "Ee!" Like the whole movie freaks me out. But in terms of
My
like
buddy.
the icons, you can't.
It's one of my favorites.
I can't pick against
Still is.
E.T.
Always
Yeah.
will be.
And I'm sure you guys know this, and I feel like a lot of people know it now. But the E.T. Martians are in Star Wars.
Yes.
in the Senate.
Yeah, that was on the show.
Yep.
Shout out the Senate.
Shout out the Galactic Senate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before
You guys fucked it all up
Yeah.
because you let Darth Jar Jar swayed you into
don't
Palpatine's
even
power.
get into that crap again.
He is a Sith.
I'm not against it.
Doesn't make
That's
any
right.
sense.
That's right.
Shout out Phantom Menace, by the way. I love it forever. It's
Fuck
great.
Phantom Menace.
It's great.
You say fuck the Phantom Menace?
Yes, sir.
Which of the prequels is your favorite?
Attack of the Clones, I bet.
Seriously.
No,
fucking
no.
loser.
Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
we did a show on Phantom Menace, and it was.
But I have my
it was fun.
my theory that Sith, Rogue One, a new. Sorry, I said the sloth.
He thinks
bit for a
Rogue. Yeah, he
second.
thinks Rogue One is like the best Star Wars movie.
It
ever.
might
It
be.
is.
It might
What?
be.
It is.
Nah.
It's definitely.
I'm not on that train.
It's definitely the best one in the last 10 years.
Well, that's not saying much.
Well,
That
yeah.
might be true.
Yeah.
But of the Star Wars.
But
movies,
like, I think the best trilogy is Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One, A New Hope. It tells the best story across 3
would buy that.
movies. It is the tale of Darth Vader across that arc. It's the best.
I don't remember a single goddamn thing from Rogue One except the Vader scene at the end, which they
I mean-
put back in after the movie. So, although I will say, you know what I read recently? It's not exactly new, but I just read this. Hayden Christensen is going to be in the Obi-Wan Kenobi
Yup.
series.
Yeah.
Yep.
As Darth
Yep.
Vader.
Yep.
Like, how's that going to work?
I don't know.
Just
I
to
don't care.
go on a brief little tangent here because it applies talking about episode 1 and we talk
Yeah.
about our dads sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, well, on
A different show.
on a Great Depression, which you can catch Mondays at 8 a.m. on all of your podcast feeds or YouTube.
So on my 21st birthday, it was when Phantom Menace was re-released in 3D, and I went to Cinemark in Robinson to see it. And on the way there, my dad texted me "Happy Birthday," but he spelled my name wrong. And like, you named me, and my name is like, he spelled it Z-A-C-K and it's Z-A-C-H, and it just sent me. So we went to Market District and we got 40s. And I got wasted, and I fell asleep within the first like 5 minutes of Phantom Menace. in 3D.
Aw.
Because
man.
of a bad dad. That sucks.
Shout out, Dad.
Only fun dad on the show, Jimbo Fisher or Jimbo Luderin.
Jimbo's got
There you
enough to
go.
go around.
Jimbo
Shout out
Luderin.
Jimbo.
Yeah.
All right. How about the Independence Day aliens versus the Mars Attacks aliens?
This is the toughest one for me.
I don't. It's gonna be a little tougher, but I think I rewatched Revenge. Here we go. Last week, some of those CGI effects don't hold up either. All that green screen. It's a lot of green screen.
Yeah,
There is.
But they're fighting in a volcano, which is cool. I think that the movie Independence Day will persuade you to try to pick the Independence Day aliens. But what really is cool about the Independence Day aliens? They really aren't in the movie.
the entire fucking face opens up, and there's
Yeah, it's like that's their
There's
that's
the
their
little
armor
alien
or
inside.
whatever. The real alien's on the inside. That outside, that's just a shell. That's the armor, man.
plus when the one wraps his tentacle around Data from fucking Star Trek,
Yeah.
and he's like talking through him.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking hard.
That is cool.
They got the
That's
sk-
That is cool.
plus they got the weapons in this one. You know, the ship blows everything up. They got the better technology. The
Yeah.
spaceships are better.
Yeah.
Will Smith punches one in the face. I
Welcome
mean, it's
to Earth.
Independence Day aliens. Win for me.
Okay.
If Russell K existed in the Mars Attacks universe,
He would have taken down the entire.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It is kind of a bummer that the rednecks are just kind of worthless in the end in this movie.
Yeah, in Independence Day, they earn their
They
keep.
fuck.
They earn their keep.
Yeah. I'm back. One of the best scenes in that movie.
Maybe Mars Attacks though, but the Independence Day aliens are so fucking cool for me.
Okay. How about A Quiet Place?
Stop it. Stop it.
What?
This is like sacrilege that this is even in here.
What? They're aliens?
Yeah, but like, it's no. I
No.
will not even. entertain
You
it.
won't dignify it.
No.
I'm sorry. Will you not dignify it on behalf of Mars Attacks or on behalf of A Quiet Place?
I mean, Mars Attacks by.
Okay. All right.
light
Okay.
years.
Okay. Okay. I just had to
No
make
pun
sure.
intended.
I wasn't sure which one he was offended
Could
for.
you
Yeah, yeah.
imagine if I was like the aliens from A Quiet
Oh, Quiet
Place
Place are fucking amazing.
fantastic.
They can't, dude. They can't see, but they just hear.
The Aliens, look, A Quiet Place is infinitely better than Mars Attacks as a movie. I will say that for sure. But the aliens play very little part in A Quiet Place other than the idea or the threat of them, right?
Yeah.
They exist in the background until the climax of the movie when they come in
Right.
the house. Or they're like sweeping through the screen to kill
Yeah.
somebody. So the Mars Attacks aliens have to win, even though A Quiet Place is hands down the better movie. And
because they're in it more.
Yeah, and they're just like, you see them and they're fun. They play up exactly what they're trying to play up, and they're a cultural icon and they're fun and everything. But to play devil's advocate for A Quiet Place, that's still a really cool concept with those aliens.
Yep.
So it's just, I think it's more because they're not really in that movie all that much. I don't feel like they're justified. But they're certainly worth, I mean, it's worth talking about.
See, that's kind of how I feel about Independence Day. They're not really in the movie. It's
more
the
so than
threat
Quiet
of them.
Place. Yeah.
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 Are you going Mars Attacks over Quiet
Oh,
Place?
yeah. I mean,
have you seen A Quiet Place?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You've seen A Quiet Place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Did Quiet Place 2 ever come out?
Nah, September, I think now. It was supposed to be
Wow,
last year,
bummer.
and then they pushed it a whole bunch of times, and now it's, or it might be March now. I can't remember. I can't keep track of them.
What's his
everything.
name? Kelly and Murphy?
Cillian Murphy?
Yeah, once I saw him with a beard, I was like, oh, this movie's going to be God level.
Yeah.
I've never seen this man with fucking facial hair in my life. Like, let's go.
Yeah, no, I mean, they pick up right where the second or the first one ended.
September 17th,
Yeah,
2021.
There you go. And John Krasinski came back to
Oh,
write
he
and direct it
directed it.
again.
Mm-hmm.
He directed the first one?
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Shout
That was
out.
that was the big deal. It was like, oh, John Krasinski directed this, the guy from The Office, and that
With
was
his wife.
it wasn't the first movie that he directed, but yeah, it was a big hit.
And it's his kids.
No,
No?
it's his wife.
I know
Emily
it's
Blunt.
his wife. I thought it was his kids, too.
No, Noah Jupe and oh, I can't remember that actress' name. She's very talented, but they're no, it's
Okay.
not his
Right.
kids.
The Signs aliens. Both easily defunct. One with music, one with water.
Not unlike Mars Attacks,
Right.
With the music, it's always the music.
It's
If
the
aliens
music,
show up,
yeah.
just quickly start playing
Yeah.
iTunes. Is there an alien in Signs? I
Yeah.
can't remember
Yeah.
what. It shows up at the end and then he smacks water on it. I
Yeah.
don't remember what it looks like
Swing
at all.
away, and then he...
Swing away.
I
Meryl.
think, okay, so hand up. I'll be honest. When I think of the Signs aliens, I only now think of the Scary Movie version, and it's, fuck.
You should see
Who's
how we
Naked
pee.
Gun?
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen showing up and puts his finger in his mouth and he pees in his mouth. He's like, we pee out of our fingers. That's what I think of now with the Signs aliens. So, like, it's not really fair,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean?
I have such a love for Signs
Same.
and Scary Movie 3.
Yes. It might overtake Mars Attacks. I'm here with you. I will get on this ship with you. We will sink, but I will get on this ship
I mean,
with you.
Signs is so good.
It's great. Probably the
also-
best M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh, for sure. And then, like, I grew up with my grandparents, and, like, not a lot you can relate to with a guy in his 70s, but he also loves Scary Movie 3. And I don't know. Like, me and my grandfather watched Scary Movie 3 together
Man, that's
hundreds
awesome.
of times, maybe.
That's great.
But I'm not sure that there's a better scene in the entirety of cinema than Ja Rule and Leslie Nielsen when, like, they're at the benefit for the Mother Teresa Award, and he's like, "This one's got metal teeth. Jerry's
Oh,
kid's my ass."
Yeah.
And then Ja Rule just comes out with the shotgun. It could be the greatest scene in any movie ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But alien-wise, I have to go Mars Attacks.
Okay. All
And
right.
I love these fucking movies.
I know.
I need to rewatch Signs again. I
Signs
feel like
is really good.
isn't it great up until the end? I think it's like what Indiana Jones 4. Like it's great until the aliens come out.
Pretty much.
Actually, a lot of people
until they're
hate
like,
Indiana Jones 4, but I
because
like it
like
a lot.
it's kind of fun. Because it's fun when all the news coverage and stuff, and there's this cool scene where they like walk between two houses, and it looked a lot like the carport that was attached to my house
Mhm.
when we were growing up. So like all the time I would like be like, "There's a fucking alien that's about to walk
Yeah.
out right now." But like it's fun like until you see them.
Yeah, I
Because
remember
it's
it was
like-
scary, like when it's got his hands under the door and
Yeah,
it's
and
trying
it's
to
like
get
it's
in.
very War of the Worlds where they're running around in the basement, and you
Yeah.
know what I mean. Like
It's definitely scary for a lot of
it's
it.
just kind of how they deal with them is water, and then you're like, oh,
Right.
okay,
Yeah, when
water.
when the ending happens and you see them and everything, that sucks. But
Yeah.
the rest of that is fine.
You're like, if the aliens knew that they could get killed by water. Why did they come to a planet that's 90% water?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Decision.
No.
I will say the aliens in Mars Attacks are better than the aliens in Signs, although I'd probably watch Signs again before I'd watch Mars Attacks.
All right.
It took me like 15 years to understand Signs.
Yeah.
Watching it over and over again to realize that like the sign is that like the girl like has the issue with the water, so there's water all over the house.
Yeah.
Like it took me like years to put all the
Yeah,
pieces
that's why
together
she's
for it to
always
make sense.
leaving. Yeah.
Yeah, and then once I like really got it, I was like,
Swing away, George.
"This is a mess." Meryl.
Yeah, but it's George in Scary Movie 3.
Yeah.
Swing away, George.
Shout out Dirt Nasty, Simon Rex.
There it is. All right, the final two I think are going to be a little bit tougher for us. Transformers or Mars Attacks at Martians.
That's a
Mars Attacks.
I don't even know if I'd say the Transformers are aliens. Like that's
They
a
are aliens.
yeah, they're robots.
They
You know,
are aliens.
they're robot aliens, but they're more robots.
They
than
are aliens. Stop it, guys. They're aliens. I'm sorry, dude.
Poor Josh.
It's my controller. Let me play.
They are aliens. Robots in the sky.
I tagged you. You're out.
Oh, man.
I will say Mars
Sorry.
Attacks aliens because they're actually aliens, and I don't count the Transformers as aliens.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it's like a fucking Toyota Corolla. Like it's not an alien.
Fuck. All right, and then the
Sorry.
final
Wait,
one.
are you gonna say Transformers aliens?
Yeah.
You gotta justify it
Absolutely.
somehow.
I mean, say it.
They're
Own it.
fucking Transformers.
They were
They
cooler.
crash and they have the best disguise. No one knows they're there. They're hiding in plain sight. They're having this fucking epic robot war on Earth. Megatron's the best bad guy ever. Optimus Prime's the only fucking leader. Shia LaBeouf's running around with hot Megan Fox. What's not to love about that movie and about those aliens?
They're just not aliens to me.
They're aliens.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not buying that one.
At the end, he's like, we are at Earth. We are here and we are waiting.
There have been better aliens in disguise.
That was a really good Optimus Prime,
was
by the
good,
way.
though.
That was real solid.
Autobots, roll out.
It's like he's in the room.
I know, seriously.
Uncanny.
wonder
Yeah. No,
he's
I know
so
they're
hard.
from another planet, but they're just not aliens to me. They're robots from space.
Also, how cool is it, though, that they got the guy who did Optimus Prime in the cartoons to do the movie?
Oh hell yeah!
It's just kind of like, that's nice.
Shout out Peter Cullen.
Yep.
Nice.
Shout out.
All right, fuck you guys. All right, here's the tough one,
This
then.
is gonna be the tough
Here's
one.
the tough one. Is it the coffee aliens in Men in Black or Mars Attacks?
Oh.
Let the war begin.
I feel like they should be in the same movie, right?
Right.
Like, aren't
Right,
they not?
like,
Is there not a
It
crossover?
cuts to the ship and it's like, hey, what are you guys doing?
The Mars Attacks Men in Black crossover. Sony, can you get working on that,
Yeah,
please?
really.
You're watching. I want to give it to the Men in Black aliens.
They're hilarious.
They just don't give a fuck.
They do not
And
care.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like when they're in the ceiling hiding and he's like shaking.
Yeah, yeah. Because we've seen aliens come to Earth and like try to take over the planet, right?
Yeah.
These aliens are just trying to like, smoke a cig and go about their business. So
Just working that. They got that job, that 9 to 5, just trying to get in, get out, punch the clock.
just trying to make it past the hump.
Yeah, they're trying not to get blasted by fucking K. You know,
Yep.
it's great.
I'm going Men in Black aliens.
Men in Black aliens.
I am.
If I had to pick a alien from Men in Black that I like more,
Oh, okay.
it would be Tony Shalhoub.
Tony Shalhoub is a great
He's
alien.
a good alien.
He's a great alien. You shoot his head off, it grows back. That's fun. It's a fun party trick.
Well, not Johnny Knoxville in the backpack with
Yeah,
the head
yeah,
coming
yeah,
out.
yeah.
What's that?
Second, 2 Knoxvilles.
Yes, that's Men in Black 2, right?
The second one, yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite scene from Men in Black 2 is when they go to like David Cross's house to watch the video, and he's like, "My mom's making pickle bites, but she has Parkinson's, so she puts a lot of cheese on them or whatever." Dude, it's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny. And then Will Smith like blasts them, and he's like, "You're gonna take her to a nice lobster dinner." You're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
get-"
yeah.
That's the only good part about the movie. I'm going Mars Attacks.
What if it was Frank?
Frank the dog. The
Pug.
talking dog.
He's a pug.
The talking pug. Yeah, pug is a dog.
Yeah.
No, because he's not my favorite talking dog.
Okay. Who's your favorite talking dog? If you say Triumph, I'll kiss you on the mouth.
No. The what's the insult dog from like?
That's Triumph.
Oh yeah.
Carlito Poupon.
Yeah. Fuck
He's
yeah.
the only guy that got the best of Eminem.
And Conan. Yeah.
He's the only guy. It was fucking great. I would say the Men in Black aliens are just, I don't. That's a tough. It's so close. I think if you put into the fact that there's so many more aliens in Men in Black, like, let's not forget that Michael Jackson is an alien. We know that thanks to Men in Black. And you and I love the guy in the first one. Sugar water.
Oh yeah.
Like
fucking
D'Onofrio,
Mark
yeah.
Ruffalo.
it's not Mark Ruffalo.
It is.
No.
No, it's Vincent D'Onofrio from
Whatever.
Full Metal Jacket.
Suck my dick.
Either one.
Remember on a Great Depression this week when I asked you how many times you were wrong in a day? That's one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
But still, the record stands. I only mess up
That's
white
true.
actors.
That is true. That is true. White actors. All right. Woo. There we go. Topics. All right. Before we take maybe not a commercial break yet, but all right. 2021 songs that you would attempt to use to blow up aliens' heads, because of course that would be the song that would blow up their heads.
Spoiler alert, I only have one song from
Okay.
2021. My other songs are from other years.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't really
that's my
matter.
But it's
yeah.
I thought the question was, if aliens come
In
in 2021,
2021,
what
yeah,
song
yeah, yeah,
what
yeah,
song
yeah,
would
yeah,
you
yeah.
would be the one that would make their heads explode?
Right. Okay. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go for it.
My first one would be Anything by Pitbull.
Anything by Pitbull.
Anything
Not
by
the. There's no song Anything by Pitbull.
They
but
would
a
embrace
Pitbull song.
as one of their own,
Yeah.
I think. That's what would happen.
Ack, ack, ack.
Yeah.
They think Mr. Worldwide is
Mr.
like
Worldwide.
the president. And they'd be like, we gotta get this.
We
guy."
gotta get this.
Yeah.
I got one. Jay Chonic just threw it in the chat. This was on mine. I'm sure it's on all of yours. WAP.
That was on mine. That
how
was
is
my
it
one
not
song
WAP?
from
I mean, that's
2021.
Like
Yeah.
wet ass and then.
Yep. That's gotta be. That's the one 2021 song that I would probably put on there.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's got to be WAP.
That's fair.
Yeah. What else you got?
That fucking Jeremy Renner song that you showed.
Yes.
Oh.
Guys, I just learned this. Jeremy Renner has an app.
Yeah.
What?
It's
Yeah.
a social media for Jeremy Renner fans.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What's it called?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
you
just
gotta
found
look it
out.
up
Yeah.
now.
All right. All
Yeah.
right.
It's called Bills.
Jeremy Renner, man.
He's the
I'm
man.
slowly realizing how crazy this guy
I
is.
think, but like, okay, so like we all kind of agree that Jeremy Renner is like kind of a shit actor, right? But then like he's okay in The Town, but like he's like whatever, right? Like Zach, I think said it best. He's like, any movie Jeremy Renner's in, you could have put anybody else in that role and it would have been instantly better, right? So, but now that I'm finding out that he's such an egomaniac, it's making me like him.
Oh no.
He's like so far gone that you're like, you have to respect how insane he is.
He might be like
Did you download his app? Is that what you're
I'm
trying to
about
say?
to.
He might be like the 2000s David Duchovny, where he's like an actor that had a music career that like has like fucking personal issues and shit. Like, he just picked up the torch.
Right. Okay, so Jeremy Renner launched an app in 2017, was meant to be a place to do fun things, according to the description.
Heroin and
quotes.
whores.
Do fun things.
But what's the app called?
It's called the Jeremy Renner app.
It's called Parlor.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's gone. Aw.
On Wednesday, the app was killed.
Bummer.
Aw.
It was probably like a week. It lasted a week.
2 years now.
2
It's
years?
2019
Damn it.
that article was.
Damn it. Why didn't we start Thoughts for the Movie
You missed
sooner?
the Jeremy Renner
Missed the-
app
God
boat.
damn it.
But yeah, his song would make anyone's head explode.
Yeah, I like the Jeremy
see that
Renner.
one.
All Jeremy Renner. All the time. Anything else?
Yeah, my last one. I don't know, you guys maybe not, but anyone that's watching this, listening to this. There's a comedian named Tim Dillon. He's got a podcast.
Yep.
And they were talking once about this artist named Tina Parole.
Okay.
She's like, I know, like, I grew up in Moon, and we had this chick named Sarah Marintz who
Okay.
would, like, sing the national anthem at, like, the
Okay.
4th of July
Sure.
thing. And she had, like, a B-list, music
Mhm.
career. And it's something like that where she's from Staten Island and had, like, one commercial hit. She has a song called A Better Life, and it's about her parents leaving Europe and coming to America so her family could have a better life. But like the opening verse is like about her parents having to flee Europe after the fall of the Berlin Wall. So it's like the song about, they came to America to give me a better life, and it's like, it's only a few kinds of people that had to actually leave Europe after the Berlin Wall
my
fell.
God.
So it's
she's
like, yeah,
saying that her family are Nazis.
yeah, but not really. But like, it's like a cute, like, fun pop song. But anyone listening that has like
That's
a
fun.
sense of history is like, oh,
Okay.
you guys were like fucking Nazis or some shit.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
So and it's a terrible fucking song. So
Okay. I like that.
Better Life.
Is it
by
on
Tina
YouTube?
Parole.
Can we,
Yeah,
can you
what is
sing
it?
Or like,
Yeah.
can we play like 5 seconds of it?
Yeah,
or
what
would
is
that-
it?
Tina Parole, TINAPAROL, Better Life.
She looks like Stephanie McMahon. It's kind of
Okay.
weird, but
What was that for? What did it say? I'm Stephanie Parole, and I'm Tina Parole, and I'm a proud German. Was that what that said?
came here from Poland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Operation
Just get to the
Odessa.
music.
All right.
Yeah, we're not going to get flagged for this, I guarantee it, so.
Well, it's not coming through the speakers. They
Okay,
can
cool.
see it.
Oh.
This is interesting. Okay. Oh no. Tina.
Can you go to like the middle for the chorus or something?
Well, it's this first verse where they're
Oh, like this is the verse that you would choose?
Yeah.
About fleeing from the Berlin Wall?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like the
little-
disclaimer at the beginning that she's Polish.
But imagine, like, the fall of the Berlin Wall, you dip out of Europe for a better life.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what are you running away from, girl?
Exactly.
Okay. Tina Parole.
Is this okay?
It's just like a shitty pop song that, like,
Well, I'm waiting for a chorus.
this is it.
Oh, that was it?
That's it. The verse is like three lines.
This is like the Jeremy Renner video.
It's very close.
Oh my god.
Like it's
Actually,
reminding
let
me
me
of it.
just
It's reminding me of it a lot.
get this
You can't play this one enough, man.
main attraction,
We're
baby.
gonna get this thing up to 10
Get
million
this
views.
out of here. This is
7.5. We're gonna get it to 10.
here he
ourselves.
comes. Here he comes.
The main
It is
attraction.
the same with the glowing lights.
I'm sorry, I have to add one more after this.
Okay.
No, that's
It's
all
a
right.
local legend.
We gotta get. Oh man, it's so good. The Jeremy Renner song is my favorite
I
thing in
still
the
don't know what
fucking world.
genre it is. It's like country
It's
pop.
Imagine Dragons. It's Imagine Dragons
It's-
with
but it's
Jeremy
so,
Renner.
It's so auto-tuned. Oh my goodness.
Please look up Pound on My Muffin.
Okay, Pound on My Muffin.
This
You're-
chick is from Pittsburgh. This came out like 10, 15 years ago.
Okay,
It's quality.
kid show.
Oh no, it's
Oh,
it's
there
good.
it is. Oh, I can't.
I love
This
that
is
he's
the
got
best
the little
song,
tiny
best song ever.
microphone. He's
Yeah,
got,
I
like,
know,
the
right?
kid-sized microphone.
It's the ones that kids use on
The
TikTok.
best.
Okay.
I mean, that guy thinks he's the man, and fucking good for him. Pound on
My muffin.
my muffin.
video.
It's like, can we please see the video? Is this it? No.
The video.
This one.
This is the song. The video must have been taken down for.
I can only imagine. Yeah.
No, let's get that out of there.
I apologize, but if you're listening to this,
All right,
watching
here we
this,
go,
you
here
live
we
in
go.
Pittsburgh.
What's the chick's name?
Shria.
Shria.
Shira.
Shira. Go with Shira. Oh. Yeah.
It's like, what is this? Cardi B, like from 5 years
No.
ago.
Put some respect on Cardi B's name.
Why?
Because she's a fucking legend. I'll
Oh,
fight you.
God.
I'll fist fight you for charity.
Don't even get me
I'll
started.
fist fight you for charity.
Oh, she. Wow.
All you want to do is just pound on my muffin. It is WAP. It's the
It is-
same
it is
song
WAP.
as WAP.
But 5
5
years
years
before
earlier.
that, yeah. All
Yeah.
right, all right, all right,
Shria
all right.
crawled so Cardi B could walk.
I do believe that's correct. I think that's the saying. All right, Justin, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. WAP obviously was
Yeah.
going to be my 2021 one, and my other two, I'm going to say coming in second place is going to be Friday, Rebecca Black.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I mean
That's-
that's going to make everyone's head
That's
explode.
like us, we're old, and that like we unplugged from the fucking vinyl, and that's what comes out. That even fits. I love that. That's great.
And
okay.
it's just the Friday part. Just
Yeah.
the Friday. Just keep that going.
Have
yeah.
you guys heard the remix she just released for like the 10-year anniversary?
Yes, and it's.
I don't think so.
It's just as bad. It's
Just as
amazing.
bad.
It's the same song?
Yeah.
But
it's like this weird electro pop version with some chick that's fucking frightening in 303, and the vocal track is just like sped up and like pitch controlled like real high.
Yeah.
It's real fucking bad.
Okay. And my
It's
number one.
hard to make a classic better. But
Yeah.
My number one song, and to me this is the worst song of all time,
Okay.
and it's not country, surprisingly.
Wow.
Because I despise country music.
You do.
But Adele's "Rolling in the Deep" is the worst song ever written, and if I hear even 2 seconds of that song, I want to punch myself in the fucking face. Oh, and that's the part where their heads would explode too.
Oh man.
Oh god, I'm getting angry just thinking about it. I hate that song so fucking much. Respect to Adele, she's probably got some good songs. She's mega hits and everything, but "Rolling in the Deep" is the most annoying song.
Have you heard the Gambino
world.
sample of it?
I don't know what that means.
Childish
Childish
Gambino?
Gambino sampled
Yeah,
it.
sampled it.
No, I don't.
Really
I don't
good.
even care. I don't want to know anything about anything related to
Okay.
that song ever.
All right.
"Rolling in the Deep," number one. And Zach, when I said that, you made a gesture like.
No, I support that. I
Okay.
support
He
that.
supports it 100%.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think I hate it as much as you do, but
Oh.
it was so played out. Like, if you grew up in Pittsburgh, every radio station did to "Rolling in the Deep" what the X did to "Best of You" by the Foo Fighters. Where it
Yes,
was like the only
yes.
fucking song that
The
played.
Best of You by Foo Fighters was definitely. I just heard it again on shuffle for probably the first time, maybe in like a year or two, and I was like, "Oh, thank God! All right, it's not totally ruined yet. Like I can still."
It might have been out by the time Mars Attacks came out, but I'm just gonna keep throwing in fucking songs at you people. "Hunger Strike" by Temple of the Dog.
Okay.
It's like the worst fucking song ever.
Okay.
I'm going hungry.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
hungry. Yeah. Yeah, like I want to fucking eat a gun when I hear that fucking
What's
song.
I always thought that was like Pearl Jam or something.
I thought it
What
was a Soundgarden.
It's Temple of the Dog, but either Chris Cornell or Eddie Vedder
Is
is the
singing on
singer
it,
of
yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a Soundgarden Audio Slave type deal, I think.
Well, they all sound the same anyway. It's like
Right.
that joke in Ted. He's like, everyone in the '90s sang like this. Here has here.
Yeah.
Arms wide open.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Those
Yeah.
are all great picks.
What do you got? Let's hear it.
Okay. So if I was making the movie, because I think Tim Burton genuinely liked that song, the yodeling song, I think Tim Burton probably actually likes that song.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going to pick for my first of my three. If I was making the movie, the song I love that everybody else hates is "Escape," the Pina Colada song. So, like,
If you like pina coladas,
yes,
it's a great song.
it's a great song.
It's a great
But, like,
song.
that would be
Yeah.
the one where it's like it gets unplugged. It's like if you like, and then they start
Oh,
exploding.
that would be
It would be
fun.
very funny.
Yeah.
It'd be very funny. And
Yeah,
then my other two, "Happy" by Pharrell.
Oh God.
That would make heads explode.
That's
I
a
think.
good one.
But I think the number one, other than WAP, WAP was my stapled on number one. "Baby Shark."
Is that a song?
Yeah.
Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark. Mommy shark, do 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 do. Mommy shark, do 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 do.
This is a real song?
Mommy
Yeah.
shark, do 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 do. Mommy shark. Daddy shark, do 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 do. Daddy shark, do 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 do. Daddy shark, do do.
Sounds hilarious. That sounds great.
Shark. Grandpa shark, do 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 do. Grandpa
This is like
shark,
that
do, do,
girls.
do, do, do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we really?
kind of.
Do you guys remember that
It's
like
a kid's song.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
great. It sounds fun. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Is it like a Raffi song or something?
Exactly.
Okay.
Raffi.
Exactly.
When
But
you said Baby Shark, I was thinking
Shout out
Katy Perry
Raffi.
first, and I got confused.
no, like this
that's
song.
Left Shark from the Super Bowl?
Oh, Left
Yeah.
Shark. I thought it was okay. Baby Shark.
That's Left Shark.
Do you guys remember
All right,
that
Whichever
fucking,
Shark.
Do you guys remember that fucking ringtone from the early 2000s and it always had the animated frog dancing to it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
it's like
one?
very Baby Shark. I don't even know if it had a fucking name.
Oh
It's
man.
like Sandstorm, just like one of those like sounds that
Internet
exist.
frog ringtone. I don't even know if that's gonna pull it up. Of course it pulls it up. Annoying thing. The annoying thing, Crazy Frog.
He got a little dick on him.
He does have a little dick. Ding, 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 ding. Do you remember this at all?
No, this was a ringtone?
Yeah.
It sounds like he's running an auction.
Sounds like he's
I
running.
don't know, you guys. I don't think you can hear, but it's like hey,
It's the
He took down Gale. Gaylor.
It's the alien song for Dave Hester and Barry White from Storage Wars.
Oh my God. All right.
Okay.
That segment went way better than I thought it was going to.
Oh, there's
was
definitely
awesome.
like honorable mentions we left
Yeah.
out, like the Barbie Girl song or like the I'm Blue song.
Sexy and I Know It.
Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Nickelback's greatest hits. Just
Oh.
boom, 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 boom.
What did J-Tronic say? I can't read from here. I use Friday to wake up my kids on Friday
Yep.
before school.
What a better way to wake up. I have a great Rolling in the Deep story from a karaoke bar in Malaysia. That is true. Where the Asian guy had trouble pronouncing his R's. You have to be around Jason when he does it, though. It's very funny.
Lolling in the deep.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Lolling in the deep.
Yeah.
File.
Yeah, it's fa la 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 fa ra ra ra. All right.
Shout out Asian stereotypes.
Hello.
Yeah. we're picking up where Dr. Seuss left off. You didn't die in vain, sir.
Oh God. Did you see that in the news about Dr. Seuss's books?
No.
A bunch of his books, or it's on Disney Plus or something. But
Okay.
Is it on Disney Plus or it's in the books? I think
yeah,
it's on
like
Disney where-
Mulberry Street is one of them. There's like 6 books.
I
but
think
they-
on Disney Plus, like they now have disclaimers against a bunch of Dr. Seuss things, or it's like in Dr. Seuss books about how they like perpetuate stereotypes or have like insensitive material about him or something like that, because he was famously anti-Semitic and like a little bit racist and put that in his writings.
I mean, wasn't everybody like 50 years ago though?
Definitely.
Like at a certain point.
So
we gotta
Hop
stop.
on Pop is racist.
No, it was the Mulberry Street
Red,
one,
green,
and then like
red fish, green fish, blue fish is racist.
The
Not
other
all,
ones
yeah.
I had never heard of.
Right,
Besides
yeah, yeah.
Mulberry Street. Somebody was really crate digging through fucking Dr. Seuss's catalog.
Yeah, like
it was something about like the Asian characters were like painted yellow or something. I don't know. It wasn't, it was iffy.
wait, Disney Plus puts a disclaimer for the Muppet Show? The
Yeah,
Muppets
for
are racist?
Probably-
Insensitive, yeah.
Probably just
And
like
they don't reflect the views of current Disney or something. I don't know. I haven't seen
Jim
it
Henson was
explained.
high as fuck and loved everybody.
But it's just like, from older days, right? Like
oh, man.
the old Disney cartoons do have some like racial stereotypes and stuff in them. So
We better buy up every copy of Rush Hour now before it gets there's a book burning of Rush Hour.
oh man.
first they came for Dr. Seuss and I said nothing. Then they came for Rush Hour and I said nothing. Then they came for me.
You don't stand up and fight for Rush Hour. What do you even believe in? Oh man, Adam Sandler's screwed. All right, here we go. Moving forward, Justin, you pulled up some other. You want to talk about the CGI in the movie?
Yeah, I mean, in this movie, the CGI. This movie came out in 1996.
Yeah.
And CGI had been around for a little bit. It's certainly this is the earlier stages of it.
Yeah.
It's not the first movie.
Well,
to
these
do
are the
it, but
same people that did Jumanji.
This is ILM. This was
Yeah.
Lucas Industrial Light and Magic, and Jumanji exactly a couple years earlier. So the CGI in this movie though they put it up to make it extra cheesy. Like they weren't trying
I
to
don't
make
even
it
think
really.
it looks that bad.
I think it holds
I mean,
up.
it looks pretty bad. Like for the time, maybe it's okay.
I think the only time it looks bad is when the CGI interacts with a human. Otherwise, like if it's just like the aliens are just by themselves, like I think it looks
Can you
okay.
pull up a clip of the aliens just if there's anyone who
yeah,
hasn't seen the movie so they can know what we're talking about? I mean,
think
it's hard because we've come so far, obviously, with the avatars of the world and Transformers and all the amazing things you can do with cinema and effects nowadays. But I mean, at this time, this wasn't that bad. But they definitely also really leaned into the look and the aesthetic to make it a little bit on the cheesy side because it was based, like you said, on the trading cards.
Right. Well, and if you look at the art from the trading cards, it is spot on.
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
I mean and what's really crazy is this is actually kind of what do I want to say? Toned down from the trading cards. The trading cards are actually like, here, let me wind that back because that's not great.
The cows on fire.
Like,
Yeah, the ships in outer space. There it is. Yep.
I feel like I've seen worse CGI in the last like 5 years. Though.
Oh yeah, man. Like, that's bad. But like, I don't know.
The aliens themselves, I think, are definitely like of the era. But in terms of
sitting in the pool,
hoping.
That wasn't great. But then when Sarah Jessica Parker describes it as a tongue, that's hilarious. Like, apparently that made.
Oh yeah, the White House. Hello.
That wig did permanent damage to her skull.
Yeah.
Because it was so heavy.
Where are the actual aliens?
I don't know. Let me try to fast forward here.
Just a little tease.
Where are they? Oh. See, like, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean that's better CGI that was in Thor.
No.
All right, so anyway, the CGI in this movie is definitely
that's not that bad
of the time and dated nowadays compared to.
But isn't that? I want.
There they are. Yeah. Yeah. What were you saying? Isn't that what?
I think it kind of like it almost adds to it now, doesn't it? In a lot of ways, like.
Yeah, because they're playing it up for the movie.
Right.
It adds to it. Yeah. But anyway, so the thing, and it just got me thinking about instances of terrible CGI in movies.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of examples, but so I pulled like 5 or 6 of them just that stood out from the others. Like obviously there are movies like Clash of the Titans, which are well known for having terrible effects and everything. And that's fairly recent. That's like 2000.
So the worst.
2012 or something. 2011. So you can just go down the list here. So the first we have, go to the 2-minute mark of this one.
Yep.
One of the more infamous examples of it is The Rock in The Mummy Returns as the Scorpion King when he is the actual Scorpion King. So he's like, actually The Rock at the beginning of the movie. But then at the climax here when Brendan Fraser's fighting the mummy, The Rock comes out in his CGI-ness as the actual Scorpion King. And this was 2000.
Oh, this is bad.
This is 2001. So
he looks like the WWE creative character just came to the
it's
ring.
It's like a full-on video game.
Yeah.
Like the Scorpion-ness itself is fine, but the Rock element of it is just so, I don't know.
They just went full CGI instead of trying to do like a half and half bit.
Yeah, 100%.
And it doesn't even look like the Rock.
He's all plasticky looking. Yeah, I think they got the tattoo on his shoulder though, actually.
But that's before the tattoo.
Sure.
No. As the Rock expert in the room, that is before the tattoo.
Okay. Had you not seen The Mummy Returns?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because you were like, oh, that's what, yeah. So anyway, there's some terrible CGI for you. Even though as much as I love that movie.
I love it. I mean, it's funny that the CGI for The Rock is so bad when like the army of Anubis is like
outstanding, right?
Killer.
Yeah, it's crazy good.
Well, I think it's the difference between the first one being like a really oh yes. Is this your favorite movie? Like, be honest.
Deep Blue Sea?
Yeah.
I love the movie. It's so good.
I love Deep Blue Sea
If we're talking
so
about
much.
B movies that are just insanely fun.
You reference Deep Blue Sea
all
the
It
time.
doesn't get much better. Have you seen Deep Blue Sea?
I have, yes.
Okay.
It's been a long-ass time, but...
Yeah. Okay, so in this movie, it's about if anyone's not seen Deep Blue Sea, it's about a team of scientists are working
If you haven't,
under the
stop
ocean.
this right now and go watch Deep Blue Sea.
A team of scientists are working under the ocean on a cure for Alzheimer's by genetically enhancing sharks and then taking like fluid from their brains or some shit like that. It doesn't come off as terrible. It doesn't come off as terrible when you're watching it. It comes off fine.
Why did it have to be underwater?
They're underwater because the sharks are underwater, so their
Why
base.
you get the sharks in a tank
Their
and stay
lab
on
is
land,
underwater.
you idiot?
Anyway, so the sharks are genetically modified to be really smart, and then they start.
Incredible.
They like flood the lab and trap all the scientists. It's a great movie. But anyway, so at this point in time, and all the sharks are CG, and at this point, this is where Samuel L. Jackson is like giving a speech to the survivors.
Yes.
About how they're gonna make it, even though the whole thing is flooding and the sharks are closing in. So this is like a good example of the CGI shark in the movie, and bam, right there. Look at how gleamy it is, and then it pulls him back into the water. And he's got his arms out. He's all weird.
Let's run that back.
Just so people aren't prepared. And then jump. Sharknado style.
It's
Watch Sam
so
yell.
bad.
Yeah. And there are plenty of scenes in this movie where the sharks are just completely like
Oh,
that, and it's
man.
like a close up of the shark's face, and it's all like plasticky looking and stuff. That was around the same time. That was probably late 90s, I think.
Yeah.
So the Sharks in Deep Blue Sea, but it's such a great shark movie. It really is. Highly recommend it. Tron Legacy, which ironically is a movie that was known for having pretty stellar special effects.
At the time.
Yeah, in 2003 or 4, and it was in a lot of the sequences with the bikes, the light
Yeah.
cycles and everything were fantastic. The one thing, and this technology I think was a little ahead of its time, is the young Jeff Bridges, where they de-aged Jeff Bridges as Clue, as Garrett Hedlund's father, who was in the original Tron back in the day. So he goes into the game in the sequel here to meet his dad, or because he got a message from his dad, and then he meets him here and finds out, it's the younger version. And so this is before like The Irishman and all the movies that have done de-aging since. This was
Yeah.
15 years ago. And
Oh man.
it's not terribly done,
It's
but
video
it's also
game
just like
looking.
no one buys that at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
But it's so funny because if you look at like the Princess Leia in Rogue One or whatever, she wasn't all that great with her
No,
CGI.
yeah.
That wasn't too far off from this.
This
I don't
might be
think.
better than Luke in the Mandalorian finale.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
CGI.
It's
in that
not
one.
good. It's
Yeah.
it's rough, especially like through tears. It still didn't look that great.
Tears of
That's
joy.
crying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But I
I
mean, I
was-
was
oh,
bawling
okay.
like a bitch. Like that doesn't even really look like him.
But it's Luke. The lightsaber was green.
Okay. This is the most infamous of all CGI in the world, and of course Henry Cavill's mustache in Justice League. So he was already shooting Mission Impossible 7 and had a full-grown mustache. So they had to CGI it off in the
Oh my
in
God.
reshoots, and his upper lip is just completely like messed up because they had to CGI remove his mustache. So like his teeth and his lips and everything. If you Google like do an image search too, there are worse images throughout the movie. But like his face is uneven here, you can tell his mouth is
Yeah.
like off and everything. So they had, and this was for reshoots, so they had to go back and just infamously edit his mustache out.
It
like
just
airbrush
looks like
it out.
somebody took the paintbrush tool in Photoshop and just that was good enough.
Yeah, like the right side of his face is definitely not the same
Yeah.
as the left side of his face here. But
Now, is this the same movie that the Schneider cut is?
the Snyder cut, I don't know if it has. I mean, they would have to incorporate it somehow into the Snyder
I
cut.
mean, it's Justice League, right? It's the same movie.
Yeah, Justice
Okay.
League, but his Snyder cut, obviously, the original director of it will be
Right.
longer and a little bit darker and different. I think that's coming out in
Bigger, longer,
April
uncut.
or May. Yeah,
Yes. That.
March 18th, I
That.
think.
yeah.
Uh,
The next one is
The next one, I want to just say,
Oh boy.
this movie is so good I forgot that the ending had a bad CGI effect.
Yeah.
Because the movie is phenomenal.
You ever seen Air Force One?
Get off my
Yes.
plane.
I fucking love Air Force
Air Force
One. Gary
One.
Oldman as that Russian terrorist
Yep.
is like the best villain ever.
Yep.
He is so fucking
Yep.
good. And yeah, Harrison Ford is the president.
Right?
The plane's hijacked. It's great. But there is the one scene at the end where the plane crashes into the water, and
And
this
that
is
is
the Air
Oh,
Force One
wow.
crash. So this is 1998 or something, and this
Was
is
the-
actual the scene in the movie.
Like a miniature wouldn't have gotten the job done.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure at the time it didn't really matter. And like, there's no the rest of the movie is pretty much on the plane, and there's
Right.
like a few scenes of like fighter jets and stuff, but for the most part, you're just in the plane with all the characters. But that one scene at the end, and it's just like, whoa, that looks something off about that, right?
Right.
So-
Right.
What do we have next? Oh, Die Another Day. Yeah, so in the Bond franchise, right? There was getting to a point where he was getting to be thought of as kind of like a Cold War relic, and they were doing a lot of like traditional espionage plots and doing a little older stories and stuff. And Die Another Day was really about bringing it into the 21st century. It was, I think, 2003 or 4.
Yeah,
And the one with Halle Berry, and they really wanted to like up the tech and do the like invisible car and everything.
Yeah.
So in this scene, Bond is he's like trapped on a glacier, and his little plane is going down. So he ends up windsurfing down this like tsunami caused by a glacier in the Arctic or
opening
something.
scene. I remember.
And yeah, it's not great the way
Okay. I've not seen this movie
Okay.
since I saw it in theaters.
Okay.
So like, okay.
Well, you're not missing. It's probably one of the worst Bond movies, if not. So he's going down on the glacier.
Oh no.
He's got like his parts from his car that he's strapping on his feet as he's
this is
going
real
down.
bad.
And then
Asian
the villain
stereotypes.
here is like, oh, yeah, terrible. Global warming, quip, whatever he says. And then cut to. And here goes Pierce, wind sailing down the glacier here, doing some tricks, X Games style, right there. Yeah, that's definitely real.
God.
Yeah,
This is definitely 2013.
definitely real. All of this
or
here.
2003.
Oh, look at that! Oh, just
oh man.
yeah,
This is
going
bad.
around the glacier.
This is really bad. I'm really bummed out about that.
And Bond movies are notorious for having very large budgets and really
Right.
leaning into
Right.
the sets and the cars and all the tech and everything, and then of course, wait, let's see, and then he just drifts to a stop, easy peasy. But when he's going down the water there, it's just it's real iffy at best, which
Shameful.
sucks. Yeah, this is probably the worst James Bond movie.
Yeah. Bummer.
And then what's the last one?
Venom.
Venom. You know what? I really just was not a big fan of how they portrayed Tom Hardy as Venom in this one. And you can go all the way to the convenience store where he's attacking a guy. Yeah, in there. And just like the Venom, this was 2018. Like the effects in the movie's very effects heavy. And
Right.
overall, like it's fine. It's a lot of
this
action and
isn't great
explosion.
at all.
It's fine, but it's whenever Tom Hardy's face comes into it at the end of this scene that really is like, I think it's shitty. But yeah, even this, like, Venom is fine, I guess. Like, for 2018, But in this, and on the poster, too, remember it was like half Tom Hardy's face and half Venom.
Yeah.
And he comes out at the end here, he pops his face out into it. And that'll be.
The worst
This
part.
guy's like, who are you? Yeah, like, I'm just not
buying that
a
at
fan
all.
of that at all.
Also, Tom Hardy looks trapped.
Yeah, it's just
Tom
weird.
Hardy looks like he's the victim there.
Yeah, just weird. Wasn't a fan. Didn't like Venom, and the CGI wasn't a big
But
fan
look
of.
at that man.
Yeah, no CGI there, baby.
The second it's back to Tom Hardy, I'm right back into the movie.
Same.
Yeah, no CGI there. But so just a little tribute to other
Bad
not so
CGI.
great CGI, because there's so many good examples of it. And
Yeah.
then the funny thing is though is that so many of those movies I really enjoy.
Right.
Despite that, so I'm not trashing the movies
Right,
or
right,
anything.
right,
Can we
right.
go back to that clip real quick?
Which one?
No, I
The
already
Venom
got
one?
rid of it.
It was like daytime when he walked in that bodega, and then it was nighttime when he walked out.
Was it? All right, hang on. Let me see if I can get it back real quick. I'm flying. I'm fast. I'm so fast. There's a
Fucking Hyundai Sonatas.
Hyundai Sonata commercial. We're Toyota family. All right, next.
So when he walks in, it's like daylight, right?
Yeah.
Hang
Yeah,
on a second.
no.
I think you were spot on.
Okay.
Okay, so that was clearly daylight. We can all agree. Here he goes walking out. It is definitely nighttime.
How the fuck long was he in there?
I don't know, 4 hours, I guess, 5 hours.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is that part of the plot?
I think it's a different location too. Like if you're looking where he's walking up from at the beginning. So there's like the bay windows and everything. He's in a nice little neighborhood. And then at the end, it looks like he's in the middle of.
Well, oh yeah. Wait.
Yeah, you got all those houses and stuff. He's in Chinatown or whatever.
There's the coats. He's like talking to himself. Can we get there? Can we get there?
So Hallmark store.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Pier 1.
Yeah, the Chinatown Walk of Shame here. All those
Okay.
buildings. Yeah, so all those little windows.
It's
and everything.
clearly daytime though.
Definitely.
That is given. There's like a bookstore.
Yeah, but just the overall. Oh, okay. Maybe.
Oh,
that's
he
what
turns a
turns out.
corner.
No, because he's not in the. Where's the?
Oh, we don't
where's the
ever see him
bodega?
go into the bodega.
Oh, okay. Oh,
No,
well, now
it's
it's
night.
Yeah. So
Okay, so those are different
He's
scenes.
just walking for a long
Okay.
time.
You did. I was with you. I
Okay.
was with you. I thought you had something there. All right.
Wait, wasn't it something in the
But
chat?
still,
there?
how far did he fucking walk to go to the corner store?
A long time.
Just walking all
Shit.
day,
Time.
talking it out
Hey
with Venom.
Zach, it was 2 times you were wrong today. Uh oh. Is it bubbling?
No, I'm okay.
All right. Fuck you. All right. Cool.
Well, what is his name? Sam Jackson getting eaten in Deep Blue Sea is the one that comes to me first, and I enjoy that movie a lot. Probably more than it should be enjoyed. I think it
No,
is
I don't
enjoyed the
think
proper
there's
amount.
anything
Yeah.
wrong with.
I don't know.
enjoying
I don't know
Deep
if
Blue
Nick
Sea.
saw us with the Deep Blue Sea up there. If he's
Yeah.
just saying that, but yeah, we did show that scene, and it's the best. It's the best movie.
I
Deep Blue
agree.
Sea next week. definitely.
Is it?
No. But
It's your pick.
It's not going to be Deep Blue Sea.
Okay, all right.
But I'm going to sneak it in there one time.
Okay. We're going to bring back the segment. Movies that were also made in 1996, if they were made now, how would they be made? How would they be released? Who would have to be in them to get them made? That kind of stuff, okay? So,
I'm excited to take a walk down 96 memory lane
dude.
here.
Bangers.
Oh.
Hang on a second. I got to find this. All right, cool. So, let's start with the movie we're talking about, Mars Attacks. Does Mars Attacks get made in 1996 or in 2020? 2021? What year are we in?
No way.
No way.
I can't see it at all.
It would suck.
It would suck.
It would suck.
It would be a Netflix straight release. Here's my hope, though, is that there's things like The Babysitter, Zombiever, Kung Fu Fury, all got made in the Netflix era and were their own level of rewarding B comedy.
I guess like Sharknado is still a
right.
thing, you know?
Sharknado got made.
Okay, here I'll say this. I don't know in which avenue those types of movies are made and released, but this I would fit into that.
Like it's a sci-fi original.
Sure.
Yeah.
For like pay TV, which nobody has anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys see Color Out of Space?
No.
The Nick Cage movie based on a Lovecraft novel.
No.
Short story. It came out last year. I think it's kind of in the same vein, except for it's a little more serious than Mars Attacks.
Okay.
But like I think it'd be something like that. Like it would have Nick Cage and be like a quasi straight to like Redbox movie.
But it would never have this level of cast that it did then. You know?
No, I agree.
No way.
Yeah, I think we nailed that. I think it's a straight to Redbox, Netflix, sci-fi original kind of bit. It's definitely not a Tim Burton movie.
No.
But all right. Fargo.
Well, Fargo is kind of made today because they have the TV series Fargo.
But that's what I think it becomes the series today. I think that's kind of what I wanted to talk about with this, is that I think a lot of movies today would just get extended into a TV run because that's what makes money.
Yeah.
That's what gets watched.
Well, with this genre, which is
murder mystery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Character-driven dramas, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they are extending it and now just doing like a limited series a lot of the time. But Fargo, I think that's a type of story where you can do a sort of beginning, middle, ending in a movie, and I think a movie like Fargo could still get made today. I think it's rare. I think Knives Out is sort of a similar
Knives
example.
Out's definitely like that.
Is this Coen Brothers?
Yeah.
Maybe like a Netflix thing, like The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Yeah.
Sure.
Could
The
be,
Coen Brothers
could
are
be.
still making a lot of movies. Yeah.
And the Coen Brothers still make movies like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I think you guys, yeah.
I actually do think it could be a movie today still. Whether it would be a theatrical release and how successful it would be, of course, that's
Right.
hard to say. But I could still see it.
Because I can't think of her name, but it's the woman from like 3 Billboards and Nomadland.
Yeah,
right?
Frances McDormand.
Yeah.
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 In Nomadland, she was just in.
Right.
Which is what, a Hulu original.
Yeah, Hulu's picking up
Amazon?
some stuff.
It might be
Hulu's
Amazon.
also
I don't know.
I didn't put a
Hulu has live
documentary in here,
sports.
but like Hulu is getting after the documentary scene, and I appreciate that a lot.
Free Britney.
Yep. Well, that one wasn't ideal,
Yeah,
but
no, Britney can see where
Did
she
you
is.
did you watch the Billie Eilish one on?
no,
I
not
think
yet.
Apple
That's
Plus?
Apple. That's on Apple.
Yeah.
I'll have to wait for season 2 of Ted Lasso to come out before I subscribe to Apple. The Rock. I mean,
Oof.
these are some huge stars in this movie. It's a blockbuster movie.
I love The Rock.
Does it get made?
No, because the only kind of movies we make like this anymore are Fast and Furious movies or like The Expendables.
Yeah.
Like, those are the only two.
Kingsman.
Yeah.
I know Netflix is making big action movies. I mean, I'm not saying no one else is making big action movies, but Netflix is making big action movies. They did like Six Underground with Ryan Reynolds, with Michael Bay,
Okay.
and Spencer
Extraction.
Confidential. Yeah, Extraction. So they're
Project
definitely
Power.
doing those types of movies. And what? Oh, Project Power. Yeah, check it out. On Thoughts from the Movies.
Oh shit.
I watched that movie twice. I don't want to hear it.
I know.
I'm on this show, and I would say don't even watch our Project Power episode.
That was a
because-
good episode, though.
Fun
That's
episode.
one of my favorite clips is when we're riffing on the hat.
Oh my god!
All of the world secrets in it, and it was like the
Wait a
only
second.
hat they had on set. They're like, "Don't lose this."
But it's also interesting because in terms of like action heroes, it's also getting drawn out into television series. You have Jack Ryan with John Krasinski, and then Without Remorse, which is another Tom Clancy property that Michael B. Jordan is the star of, and they just released their trailer today. Is a similar thing, and that'll be a show. So, or no, that's actually a movie that Paramount had, but
Okay.
they sold it to Amazon, I believe. So I think yes, this could get made as a movie today.
Okay. Cool.
I think if it does get made, Sean Connery's character is played by Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Because Liam Neeson's like the only older actor that's still doing like
Action
movies. Roles with
And that's all he's doing now. Yeah, he's like, you know how Nick Cage is only doing like the most bizarre shit now? Like Liam Neeson's embraced, like, I'm just doing all this action stuff.
Yeah.
What about Harrison Ford?
He's like 78 years old.
I know, but
What was the last Harrison Ford movie
Star Wars.
besides that? Indiana Jones?
No,
Yeah.
he's been in all kinds of stuff. He was in Blade Runner a couple years
Oh,
ago.
he was in Blade
true,
Runner.
True.
He was in something recently, but I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know if it has the same gravitas that The Rock did, and I probably don't think so because Nick Cage obviously and Ed Harris. Oh man, so good. Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I think it could get made, but it wouldn't be the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Was it Call of the Wild?
Oh yeah, Call of the Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
You know, everybody saw that movie.
That was
Right,
man.
the movie with the dog. It says
Yeah.
J-Tronics, so there you go.
Yeah, Call of the Wild.
It's a CGI dog too, right? People were shitting on it.
Yeah.
How do we not bring up cats?
For what?
Oh, for the bad CGI.
Oh yeah, Cat. Well,
Give
I
us
don't
the
know
asshole cut.
I don't know if.
Fuck Justice League. I want the asshole cut.
He's just trying to see Taylor Swift with an asshole.
I want the sphincter cut.
Oh my god.
I don't know that the CGI in Cats was bad so much as it was just really weird. Like I think all the people just looked really
well,
weird.
hang on now.
But I don't know if
I
it
think
was
that's a
actually
big
like
part of it.
bad CGI. I think it was just like a weird amalgamation of people and
we'll
and
be
cats.
the decide of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want the trailer? No, here. Well, here's a whole scene. We want the whole scene.
The
Well, it's
best,
just the Taylor Swift scene though.
That's
the
all
best thing about Cats, the greatest gift we got was Ricky Gervais's joke at the Golden Globes calling James Gordon a fat pussy. That's
Oh,
the
wow.
finest moment.
All right. So
That's not great.
it's not ideal. I've not heard or seen Cats. Where can I watch Cats? Where can I get have a little bit of Delta 8 in my system and watch Cats?
Taylor Swift is getting ready to belt it out.
Is she?
Yeah.
This is my girl?
Look like our walk to El Burro.
Yeah, really, it does. Dude, I don't think that's very good. Like the tail
No.
jumps down. It's not smooth.
Yeah, but you're combining humans and cats. Like, I don't know how much
You're
better.
combining
I don't
the Rock and a scorpion. I'm sorry.
know. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's its
pretty
own
bad.
beast.
It's
Yeah, it's
pretty
its own
bad.
thing.
It's pretty
But-
bad. All right.
Okay, what else?
All right. James and the Giant Peach.
I don't know if I saw James and the Giant Peach.
It's a fucking trip.
It is. It's really good.
Take Delta 8 and watch this and try not to. It would be like Hannibal, where he cuts his face off with a piece of a fucking broken mirror.
Yeah.
Like that would be me watching this high.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
But does it get made? It's it's the same studio that did Nightmare Before Christmas, doing this old book. It's like a children's book. I don't know.
Did Roald Dahl do James and the Giant Peach?
Yeah.
Is he the author?
Yeah.
The guy who did Willy Wonka?
It wouldn't get made.
Believe so.
I think it would. There's still a pretty big space for animation today. People are getting more into animation, actually. I would think large property like this, yeah, sure.
Yep.
Roald Dahl.
Nailed
Yep.
it.
Having not seen the movie and just knowing that kind of what it is generally, I think it could.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think it's too weird.
Yeah.
It's too weird. And I think it would take a Tim Burton to make the movie,
Yeah.
or Disney would have to pick it up and Pixar it. You know what I mean? Like it's as weird as Coco, but not as heartwarming as Coco.
We hear, and I don't want to get fucking crazy here, but it's like one of those things where I think if it came out the way it was now, it would be people being like, it's all like white characters or like the other side characters are like stereotypes.
Right.
But if you were like trying to make it less white, then it would be like, well, these side characters are like stereotypes. You know what I mean? Like,
I see what you're saying.
I think it would be hard to make this movie and like.
It's the same problem they've run into with redoing the original Disney classics.
Yeah.
Where like, okay, it's pretty obvious that like King Louis is a black guy, so like, how do we not make it a black? You know what I mean? Like, how do we skirt around certain things? And yeah, I get that. I think there's a lot to overcome with the story on top of the fact that it's an animation and it's really weird and.
People love Roald Dahl, man. They're redoing Willy Wonka. They did BFG a couple years ago.
Yep.
Like I could see it.
Okay.
He's next after Seuss.
They're canceling him. All right, 3 more here. Zach loves this movie, Kingpin.
Filmed in Pittsburgh.
Don't touch it. If you touch Kingpin, I'll fucking kill you.
Well,
it's a perfect movie.
I think Netflix makes it.
But it's one of those movies that like. I don't know. Like Clash of the Titans didn't need a remake. I appreciate that someone was like, Clash of the Titans is cool, we'll remake it. But like, you can't the actors for the characters are perfect. The jokes are perfect as is. There's no way to make this movie any better than it already is. It's a 10. It's a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Have you seen Kingpin?
I have not seen Kingpin.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, shout out Beaver Bowl.
Okay. All right. I think it's he's not going to like this. I think it's a Sandler original.
Happy Madison production?
I think it is.
I would show up at Adam Sandler's house with a gun.
Oh no. Leave Adam Sandler alone.
If he touches Kingpin, it's all bets are off.
All right. So whatever on
It's
Kingpin.
got Blues Traveler.
Blues Travelers are in this?
At the very end. So
they play the hook?
Randy Quaid like plays an Amish guy.
Okay.
So at the end they like go to the Amish family and they're like all having a big meeting, and then they like leave in a car, like Woody Harrelson and the chick leave in a car, and while they're having a party, like, and they drive off, the camera just pans and it's Blues Traveler.
Just in it.
Yeah, just playing a song in the grass. It's not Hulk or Run Around. It's like another like popular Blues Traveler song.
Okay. All right. I have a direct answer on exactly how Twister gets made. The Rock is in it.
The Rock? Why does The Rock need to be in it?
Because it's San Andreas and.
Yeah, it's a disaster movie, and that's The Rock has the corner on the disaster movie genre right now.
Wasn't there one where John Cena played like a helicopter fireman or some shit?
Very well could have been. Oh yeah, and then he's got to raise the kids or whatever.
I don't
That's
know.
called Playing with Fire. That was just like he's a firefighter.
Yeah.
He's like Vin Diesel in the pacifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess, yeah, The Rock, I mean, with San Andreas is a good comparison, but this wasn't as much of an action movie, Twister, when it was made.
How is it an action movie?
It's like.
It was more like a thriller horror movie.
They're running away from tornadoes.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's
it's
crazy.
Set in the middle, it's set in a small town. It's the Twister is coming for them and destroying everything. But, San Andreas is like a large-scale like a 2012 or Independence Day. Like it's a world-destroying type of movie, like a Wolfgang Peterson shit. This was like, I don't know if intimate's the more word, but it's more contained. Like it's a smaller movie.
Okay.
I don't think The Rock has to be in it for it to get made today. Because I don't think it's like that scale.
So is this then a closer comparison is like Bird Box or A Quiet Place?
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, I could kind of see that.
It definitely gets made because it's low budget.
Disaster movies are always popular. I shouldn't say that, but they always get made. But they're also often, it's like the end of the world style, like Geostorm a couple years ago.
Right.
It's like end of the world disaster movies. And I'm trying to think what a really good comparison for this would be, where it's just like the one event. Maybe I guess Bird Box. I didn't see Bird Box, but
yeah, I don't think
Quiet
anything
Place.
Recently because we're so focused on like global destruction.
Right.
Anymore.
Yeah, it's going big, right?
Well, and now it's all.
It's like
pandemic-based global destruction.
Here's the analogy, right? It's like this movie is to the original Fast and Furious, which Fast 8 is to what? Like the way that franchise has become. Like this would have been the starter, and now what would it be?
See, that's where I think like San Andreas or Skyfall, or what's the where's the one where he jumps off the tower and he's got like a fake leg, The Rock.
Oh, Skyscraper?
Skyscraper or something
Yeah.
like that, or Rampage, or
Skyscraper might be a close one.
This movie now would be like, because Twister, like, obviously the Twister exists, but it's kind of more about Bill Paxton and like the rival
Helen
Storm Chase.
Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the character movie.
Yeah, this
let's
one
just
would be
let's
about
just take
like,
a minute and respect Helen Hunt being a babe and being awesome in this movie.
she's not Jodie Foster.
Well,
I get the two of them confused.
you know who I get confused?
Who?
Mark Wahlberg and
Oh.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, in 2021, this is like a movie about the pitfalls of like climate change or some bullshit.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Did you guys ever see Everest a couple years ago?
Yeah,
Kinda like that.
yeah.
Where it's like about that's more of like a character movie on Mount
it's about
Everest.
the things that are happening to the people.
But like the backdrop is this one
Right,
big thing.
right.
I wish more movies like this got made nowadays, man. I
Twister's
really do.
a classic.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Bill Paxton. Rest in peace, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yep. There's the 96 movie run, ones that are not in here. Space Jam's 96. There's a bunch of them, but probably the best movie made in 96, Happy Gilmore.
Oh boy. Would Happy Gilmore get made today? I mean, Sandler's still doing movies with all the same people, so.
And he just greenlit Happy Gilmore 2, so that is right there is how it gets made. So we get another one, and Shooter signed on already.
He did. They did just do those videos. Yeah.
What?
Yep.
I did not hear about that, but having seen probably all the reaction from that clip,
Oh yeah.
isn't it amazing what a 30-second clip can do?
Right.
30 seconds from Sandler and then a 30 seconds from Christopher McDonald, and boom, you got Happy Gilmore.
Well, and the fact that they both had great shots. Like Adam Sandler swinging that golf club looked like Happy Gilmore, and then Shooter hits that putt, and you're like,
that was like a 5-foot putt. That was
it
like
doesn't
that was
matter.
like
I'll
this
watch
long.
it. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm in.
Adam Sandler just looks so old now, though. Like, he looks his 50 age, his 51.
I don't care.
Happy Gilmore, so what? His kid's probably going to be the golfer, and he has to teach his kid how to do it?
No.
It's like grown-ups.
They're playing on the senior tour of the PGA, and they're still fucking pulling pranks on each other. Hey, wear something nice.
I think it'd be terrible, but I would watch it over and over
Oh
again.
yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah.
I think it would get this. I mean, obviously, it's getting made, so yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Over and over again.
So yesterday at the hockey game, Steven, Justin's brother, stands up and goes, "You suck, you jackass." Then on the walk home, Anastasia's explaining something that happened at Union the other day where a big group of guys just started screaming Happy Gilmore quotes back and forth. And Steven has the audacity to go, "Yeah, I don't really do that anymore." After just an hour ago, he stood up in a crowded arena and screamed, "You suck, you jackass." And
That's where he draws the line. Happy Gilmore and Billy
that
Madison.
is the power of Adam Sandler. All right. We're going to finish this off. It's 9:40. We're going to try to get through this in 20 minutes. This cast, I think I left some people off, but
It's just never ending. It's like the whole way down.
It's awesome.
The
So,
credit sheet just keeps going.
overrated, underrated,
And is this in the movie or in general?
in general. I
Remind
think
me.
is kind of where we've been transitioning this
Yeah.
to. So Tim Burton, overrated, underrated.
Tim Burton's a weird one because Tim Burton's reputation has kept him going, even though he's had a string of flops going back
Sure.
like 10 years.
Sure.
His last group of movies since like, I don't know, Frankenweenie or something. like,
Yeah, yeah.
They've all been busts. From Dumbo, Dark Shadows, Big Eyes. Like, he hasn't had a hit in a long time. But the Tim Burton name still carries a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's deceptive.
I think it goes back to how Mars Attacks got made to begin with, is that people will greenlight Tim Burton projects and hope to God that they can milk it for years to come.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not him in his heyday with Johnny Depp and, like, you know,
No.
the types of movies that they were making. But I think Tim Burton still has his very unique style that that has an audience and that people want to see.
You still see, when you see Burton's name and you see the way it looks, there's part of you that goes, maybe.
Yeah.
Makes
like,
you curious.
like Dumbo was the one that most recently I was like, maybe. Because Dumbo's, as a Disney classic, is a bizarre movie in and amongst itself. So,
Mhm.
like, I was like, maybe.
I don't want to say overrated, but it's just such a weird one because where he's at in his career. What do you guys? What do you think?
I think you have to. I think you're right. It's like so hard because like early Tim Burton somehow is maybe underrated in the sense that like he was making movies that went toe to toe with fucking Spielberg, and they were way different. Not even kind of the same realm of movie.
I think there's a lot of underrated early Tim Burton, and it's hard because like Beetlejuice, Mars Attacks,
Right.
Ed Wood, Nightmare, like they're classics they're cult classics that bridge the gap to like commercial success, you know. But he's had a string of flops, you know, and if he's underrated and then overrated, is he solidly rated?
Right.
But I'm saying he's overrated till we get the Burton cut of Superman Lives.
His upcoming projects, just so you know,
Yeah.
Beetlejuice 2
Oh,
Not
and
interested.
Wednesday, which is going to be a TV series based around Wednesday Addams. His first TV series.
Who's playing Wednesday?
I don't know that they've cast her yet. I don't believe they have because that project was just
Is
announced.
Christina Ricci playing Morticia?
I love Christina Ricci.
I do
She's
too.
a babe. Black Snake Moan. Ooh. Let's just go through the last couple credits
Okay,
so
okay.
everyone's aware of Tim Burton's latest string. So 2019 was Dumbo.
Yes.
Okay.
2016 Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. 2014 was Big Eyes, which was a small movie
Didn't
with
see it.
Christoph Waltz and Amy Adams.
Did you see it?
About painting? I did. Yeah.
Amy
I
Adams.
didn't-
It was
I didn't-
okay.
I didn't hate it.
It was okay. Yeah.
Amy Adams is not Rachel McAdams, guys.
She's
Keep
not.
I don't think
keep
she
that
is.
straight.
And then 2012 was Dark Shadows, which was a flop, and then Frankenweenie, which
Yeah.
I think
No.
it was okay.
I loved
Yeah.
Frankenweenie.
And then before that was Alice in Wonderland, which was his last real
That
big hit.
sucked.
But that made $1 billion though. So,
Right,
you
but
know.
it only made $1 billion because Willy Wonka was so good.
I don't know that that's true.
Oh, I love Willy Wonka.
No, I don't. I'm not saying I don't think it made $1 billion because of Willy Wonka.
Oh.
But
Or is it just because every stoner on the planet is
listen,
like, my blacklight poster's moving?
you want to
Oh,
talk
I'm
about
watching a movie.
bizarre stories? You talk about Dumbo. I mean, Alice in Wonderland, dude. Like,
Yeah.
even though it had all the CGI in it, and I don't really know how well that was done, like or received. Like, if there's a person who's gonna make Alice in Wonderland,
Who plays Cheshire Cat?
Alan Rickman.
That's right.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. the
Fucking
goat.
Snape.
But so the last 10 years, Tim Burton has been on a cold streak.
Yeah,
We'll
all right,
say.
all right.
I can't call him overrated, but I feel like he's slipping into underrated. I don't know. I got. No
I
answer
feel
for
like
this one.
there's a big part of me that will protect Burton like I would protect Tarantino.
Yeah, but Tarantino's not going downhill, or he's not in a cold streak. He's still.
He's not exactly hitting bombs either.
I think so.
Once Upon a Time was
True,
pretty
true,
up
true,
there.
true,
Yeah.
true, true.
Like he
I'm
was
sorry,
Hateful Eight and
that's true.
Django were coming down a little bit, but then
Right.
he bounced back with Once Upon a Time.
Django's not down.
Django is
Django's fucking sweet.
Django is prime.
Hateful Eight
Tarantino.
is weird.
No.
Hateful Eight is on the same level as like Death Proof, where like if it's for you, it's for you, but if it's not, it's eh.
I think Hateful Eight is like the
Jackie Brown.
driest of the Tarantino movies.
I think Hateful Eight was literally he's just like Kurt Russell and Samuel L. Jackson are free at the same time. I'm just gonna shove words I've always wanted to hear them say into their mouths.
Walton Goggins.
Yep. Well,
It
he
does
loves
Give me him
Walton
in
Goggins.
Give me him in anything.
Yeah.
I got no answer for this one.
All right,
I don't
that's
really know
fine.
what to say with Tim Burton. I like him. And I watch
Solidly,
movies.
we'll say solidly
Yeah.
rated.
Sure.
Okay. Annette Bening, who is the hippie lady sitting in the pool. She's married to Jack Nicholson, the casino owner. Yeah.
Not Elizabeth Warren
Not Elizabeth Warren.
or Steve Jobs.
Or Kate McKinnon playing
Yeah.
Elizabeth Warren.
I'll say underrated just for tying down Warren Beatty. I mean,
There you go.
Guy slept with like 20,000 women, and then she tied him down.
What's
Good
her
for
name
you,
again?
Annette Bening.
I
Annette
gotta
Bening.
hit the AMD.
IMDb.
She's a really talented actress, though. And what's funny is that in Mars Attacks, she's playing like a showgirl, and
right.
her voice is really high. She's like, "How dare you do that? I just need another drink." But in the last
American
movie,
Beauty, 20th Century Woman.
yeah,
the kids
20th
are all
Century
right.
Women is the last movie I was thinking of, which she was fantastic in, and she's like a very kind of blue collar, like gruff,
yeah.
mother, single mother,
Mhm,
but she's got like a much deeper voice. So Annette Bening is underrated for sure, but she does a lot of indies for the most part.
Yeah, I think So who played Catwoman? Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
So Annette Bening was originally cast to play Catwoman in the Batman movie, but she was pregnant, so she couldn't. So Michelle Pfeiffer played this, and Michelle Pfeiffer was originally gonna play this, and so they just switched.
Interesting.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I like Annette Bening. Underrated.
Yep. Zach.
I haven't seen most of these fucking movies. Overrated.
Overrated.
How dare you?
Get her. All right. How about the legend Glenn Close?
Oh, so underrated. The fact that she does not have an Oscar right now is a travesty.
Glenn Close, Zach, for your heads up.
Oh,
Because
come
I
on.
even
do you
need them
think I
too.
don't
You guys don't have to look up Glenn Close, do you?
I'm going to, just to make sure I'm not missing any of these pieces of shit.
If
she
not
was
for
in.
Cruella DeVille herself, I would say.
Let
No,
me
all her
let me
movies.
gander.
She's so great.
Hamlet, Hook. Oh.
Yeah, the guy in the boo box. Fatal Attraction. I mean, come on.
101 Dalmatians.
Air Force One. She's the vice president.
Air Force One. Oh, she's the voice of Kala and Tarzan.
Boom.
I
Oh
got bad
man.
news, boys.
Okay. I don't see the Oscar-worthy.
Yeah, what do you think?
Stepford Wives. Come on, you're in the early 2000s still, man. What's the hold up here?
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't
let's
get
see.
better. It doesn't
Albert
get better.
Nobbs. She was nominated for an Oscar for Albert Nobbs. 5 to 7. Guardians of the Galaxy. She's been nominated for 6 Oscars, I think. Scroll up. How many has she been nominated for and has not won? It's a travesty. She's incredible. 7 Oscars.
Oscar nods.
Yeah.
She's
you guys,
starting to get.
if
Leo
you guys
to-
say
Leo
something
to-
bad about Glenn Close, fuck you, okay? Because she is the best.
All right.
She's the best.
Okay.
I'm saying overrated.
There you go. All right.
Josh, wait, are you saying overrated?
I'm afraid to.
How dare you?
Here's somebody who's fucking. Is he underrated and how much I hate him? Martin Short.
I fucking hate Martin Short.
I
What?
hate Martin Short.
Oh my god.
You guys don't think he's funny?
No.
I've never once
His
seen
comedy is
anything he
great.
did.
Oh, Captain Ron, you kidding me? 3 Amigos? Anything he does with
I
Steve
forget
Martin?
he's in Three Amigos.
He's one of the Amigos. It's
Yeah,
Chevy-
he's the forgotten amigo.
Chevy Chase and Steve Martin. Yeah, he's definitely got a weird quality to him, but he's funny.
I don't know. I don't think he was
The
funny.
only Martin Short role I fuck with is Prince of Egypt.
Dude, Jiminy Glick.
Jiminy,
No.
it's not funny. I've
You don't
tried.
like Jiminy Glick?
I've fucking
Oh,
tried.
dude.
I've tried, dude.
I can watch it over and over again.
Jungle to Jungle. He's the other dad, right?
Yeah, he's like the adopted dad or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, I would say underrated.
Jungle to Jungle is an underrated movie.
Oh,
That's
for
what
sure.
I'll tell you that.
It is.
Man, I don't know. I think he just annoys the shit out of me.
He's overrated.
Yeah, if anything, he's underrated.
Disagree.
How much I hate him.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. I just want to look at her. She's amazing.
He was in an episode of SVU. I bet he was a kitty toucher.
Natalie
mean,
Portman.
What?
You're not gonna like what I have to say about.
Oh
Natalie Portman.
no!
You're not gonna
Justin
like it.
Garden State.
If you stand Martin Short but don't like Natalie Portman, I'm gonna fucking stab you.
Justin.
Natalie Portman.
Justin.
Here's my
Queen
thing.
Amidala.
I know. Listen. Here's my thing with Natalie Portman. I feel the same way about Natalie Portman as I feel about Viola Davis, and it's that I feel that she always is kind of playing the same role these days. It's like the really psychologically tortured, on the verge of tears character that she won an Oscar for in Black Swan is what I think of Natalie Portman. Lucy in the Sky, like all of her movies that I think of with her immediately are like, she's doing that kind of thing. Even Queen Amidala in Revenge of the Sith, she's just like scared and like all these. Natalie Portman, she tried to do comedy and No Strings Attached. She wasn't really funny in that. So yeah,
Have you seen the fucking Natalie Portman rap, the digital short on SNL?
It just feels forced, man. I don't dig it. I don't dig Natalie Portman as a comedic actress. I think she's a little kind of stuck in one lane, and I think she's lovely, and talented, but also
Out of all the actors that we would
Overrated.
disagree with, I did not think Natalie Portman would be the one that would pull this show apart.
I think she's a little overrated.
I have a confession.
Uh-oh.
Hit us.
I'm gonna back you up.
Boom.
No!
Dude, look through her IMDb. She hasn't been in shit besides the Thor movies. Like in
Well,
the last
she's taking
10
a break.
years.
She's a mom now.
of,
Leave
like-
her alone.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, like even in Thor, she feels kind of weird. Like I feel
She
definitely
I
is
feel
weird
like
in
she only
Thor.
has to play like really heavy roles.
She's-
Again, like
yeah.
Viola, like either like, and I haven't seen Ma Rainey to be fair, but again, it's just like most of them are either like
But,
crying
like,
or yelling or
oh,
upset or
man,
like
V for
just
Vendetta.
tortured. Yeah, that's a thriller movie.
Garden
Yeah,
State.
she's in Heat.
She's in Zoolander. I forgot that.
as a cameo.
Yeah.
And so listen, I do like Natalie Portman.
Ah,
I really do,
all
but
right.
I will say a little overrated as an actress.
Well, where we're going, we don't need no roads.
What?
Underrated. I'm just gonna put it out there now.
Michael J. Fox,
The one and only.
Alex P. Keegan.
He is underrated.
This was the last movie role that he did, Mars Attacks. Everything else after it was television. I read that on IMDb.
What a way to. Fucking, I love Michael J.
Go
Fox.
out on top.
I love Michael J. Fox. I will come across the table and strangle both of you.
I will not say overrated. Maybe underrated.
I'd say underrated.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's like his acting talents far exceeds what he was doing in Back to the Future, but that alone I feel like is so great.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about this with a lot of actors, and I understand the difference between what you're saying with Natalie Portman and then like Michael J. Fox, because I think it can sound the same, right? Is like there's only one person that can play a Michael J. Fox role.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one person that can play a Samuel L. Jackson role, right? And yeah, it might be the same across all boards or whatever, but like Michael J. Fox comes on your screen, you fucking smile. Whether it's a movie, TV, no matter what, he's the fucking guy.
Yeah, I mean, outside of Marty McFly, like I couldn't really tell you too many of his movie roles though. Like he was the voice of Stuart Little, right? Like
He is he's Teen Wolf.
he's Alex P. Keegan, and
Yep.
then he's a whole bunch of guest stars and stuff. Like I bet if I looked at his filmography, it's like way less than you think it would be.
Yeah.
Spin City, right, and television, yeah.
Okay, let's go back here.
Again, it's like all TV and then Back to the Future and then all TV again. It's bizarre.
Back to the Future, Teen Wolf, Family Ties movie. I don't
Light
know
of
about
Day,
that.
Bright Lights, Little City, Bright Lights, Big City, Casualties of War, The Hard Way, Doc Hollywood, I guess is a movie that people know. Greedy.
Yeah, you're right.
Like I don't know any of these movies at all. Blue in the Face.
Which is crazy because you think about him being such a big movie star, but I guess he's not.
It's all Back to the Future, man.
It's Back to the Future, his early, TV,
TV.
then Spin City.
And those 2 episodes of Scrubs.
Oh, he's
as
the
Dr.
best
Kevin
in
Casey.
Scrubs.
Yeah, so it's just weird. Like he's
Rescue Me.
he feels like such a big movie star, and he really isn't. He's deceptive like that. But I like Michael J. Fox. It's like you said, he's great as a Michael J. Fox role. Like
He shows up and you're like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, it's Michael J. Fox.
So yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have gunned to my head, been like, how many movies was Michael J. Fox in that I'd be like, oh well, there's like just name Back to the
Right.
Future 1 through 3. Yeah. All right. Interesting. Zach.
I'd say solidly rated.
Okay, I'll go with that. I'm okay with that.
He does use the roof toilet on Scrubs.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Shout out roof toilet.
He's my James Bond, and you can fuck off.
Said nobody ever. Why James Bond?
I can't in good faith say that he's underrated, but I love Pierce Brosnan. I don't care. I don't care. I just love fucking Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan's surprisingly diverse. He's the dad in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yep.
He's the singing guy in Mamma Mia.
Yep.
He's got a lovely voice.
Yep.
I would say he's probably a little underrated.
Yes. Let's go.
He might be the.
Pierce Brosnan.
I don't want to say he's the worst Bond because I don't like Roger Moore's Bond. He's definitely great in Goldeneye. His Bond movies. No, I don't even get into that conversation. He's a good Bond. Pierce Brosnan is underrated.
He was a good Bond. I think.
Yeah. His movies weren't as good as he was.
Right. I think Thomas and the Crown Affair.
Thomas Crown Affair, yeah.
And the Crown.
Thomas
Why did I say
and the
and the
Crown
Crown
Affair.
Affair? I think, hot take, he would have been a better Bruce Wayne than a James Bond. Hot take. You don't need to weigh in on that. That was just
I don't think that's a hot take.
no. Oh, he's in The World's End?
Yeah.
That's right.
Disagree. I disagree. But
All right.
yeah, Pierce Brosnan, I'll say underrated. Just
All right.
surprisingly diverse.
I'm on board for the underrated
Yeah.
of Pierce Brosnan. Brosnan.
Yeah. I mean,
not
he's always like the suave version of whatever his role is, like the suave dad who can sing really well, or the suave guy who's moving in on your wife.
He's
or
my guy.
whatever.
All right, we've got 3 more.
How is he not in Love Actually?
Great question.
Doesn't he seem like he should be in Love
Great.
Actually?
Liam Neeson took his role, ripped it out from underneath him. Because that would be the role he would be.
Well, that was in the middle of Bond, and I think it'd be really hard to take him when you see him as James Bond and then stick him in this romantic comedy and try to like have an audience disconnect from that. I think that's a really tough thing to do.
True.
He was in this after the smash hit Goldeneye.
Yeah, but he wasn't like embedded as Bond. Love Actually was like right in the middle of him. He did like 3 James Bond movies. So, oh yeah, I'm invincible. Shout out Goldeneye. We're gonna do Bond on this show.
Yeah.
Very soon.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Underrated.
Underrated.
Underrated by a country fucking mile.
Yeah. Well, people do love Jack Black though.
But still,
I think his acting talents are better than people probably think. They probably think of a lot of like really slapsticky, wet comedy.
Yeah.
You know, and he is, Jack Black is great. I need to watch School of Rock again.
It's so good.
And even like Jack Black, just look at him makes me laugh. High Fidelity, he's awesome at High Fidelity. Nacho Libre is one of the most underrated comedies on the planet.
I don't like that one very much.
Tenacious D obviously is fucking amazing. He's apparently great in Jumanji. I didn't see Jumanji, but apparently
you haven't seen
great.
either the new Jumanjis?
Mm-mm.
Oh boy. Did you see the new Jumanjis?
I saw the first one.
Yeah.
I didn't laugh once.
Really?
I sat there like stone faced.
I put it off for like 9 months because I thought it looked idiotic, and then I finally saw it, and I'm like, this is pretty decent.
Did you guys see The Polka King?
No.
It's not bad.
Okay.
Netflix movie.
Bad. Yeah.
Bernie is the movie that everyone really loves and nobody saw.
Yeah.
He plays like a serial killer in it, I think.
Oh, okay. And then Kung Fu Panda, which is one of the most successful animated movie franchises of all time.
FX plays it all day on Christmas.
Do they?
Kung Fu Panda?
For 24 hours, like TBS does a
That's
Christmas
awesome.
story.
I didn't know that. That's great. Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
It's just still just one of the best.
Number 1.
Be
The Holiday is a
Rewind.
movie people love a lot.
Yeah.
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 Definitely.
Not forgetting Sarah Marshall. I can't find it. What am I?
Shallow How?
No, Shallow How's got
Shallow
Orange
House,
County.
Saving Silverman.
Oh
Saving
my
Silverman.
Orange
That's
County
it.
and
Yep.
Orange
Saving
County.
Silverman.
Yeah.
Which one of those two
High
is
Fidelity.
the one with R. Lee in it? The guy from Mail Call? Is it Saving Silverman or Orange County?
It might be Saving Silverman.
I think it's Silverman because Orange County is him and then Colin Hanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Is that
John
the one where he's
Lithgow.
trying to get into Stanford?
Yeah.
I think
That's
it might
Orange
be.
County.
Oh, I can't remember which one it is, but it's real good.
Also, he's the airline mechanic in the Foo Fighters Learn to Fly video. It's just.
Yeah.
Cable Guy. That's right. He's in fucking Cable Guy.
He's in an episode of Touched by an Angel.
Waterworld? He's a pilot in Waterworld?
Dude, he's
Jesus.
everything.
He's been around
man.
that long?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Black's the man.
Underrated.
Oh, yeah.
Cable Guy, underrated movie. Heavily underrated movie. All right. This one's going to be tough for me.
Jack Nicholson?
Yeah.
That's an easy, fairly rated, I think.
Is it?
He's fantastic.
I mean, but we just talked about how he's an underrated as a comedy actor even.
Okay, maybe a little underrated on the comedy side.
I feel like he might be just a skosh underrated, if you will.
I mean, people's level of respect for him as an actor is exactly at the top part.
That
it
is
should be.
true.
But
that is true.
I would say, okay, just for on the comedic side, probably a little underrated.
Because this is a comedy.
Yeah, and people wouldn't think necessarily of like this and Anger Management and that stuff.
Right, but
I don't know
is
how many other
very
comedies
funny
he's
in
done
this.
either. Not
Well,
many.
but then, he also, for his credit, has done a couple of, romantic comedies with, like, As Good as It Gets and, what's the other one?
It's like About Schmidt is in there.
Yeah.
And that sort of late stage stuff.
Terms
I mean-
of endearment.
Yeah, oh, shit.
Yeah, I mean, as a purely comedic actor, Jack Nicholson's probably definitely not on people's radar, so I'd say underrated.
I mean, just looking at this is the top 4 movies he's known for. Chinatown, As Good as It Gets, The Departed, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. There may not be a more diverse actor. Like, I mean, that's insane range.
He's in Tommy.
What?
Tommy, the pinball movie.
Yeah, the Who movie.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you could list all his movies forever and ever and ever, and it's you know, one after the other, like classics or high-profile roles. As good as, or not as good as it gets. A Few Good Men, The Shining, Hoffa, like you just go on and on.
He was the first one to define what the Joker was on screen.
Joker.
I
Oh yeah, that's a
mean,
comedic role, I guess. Yeah.
Technically,
He's
say
he's an Easy Rider.
yes. Easy Rider.
Yep.
One of my favorite college watches ever.
I think that might have been the first movie we had to watch in Bacchus class. Like we had that list of movies that we were supposed to watch every weekend. I think it was either that or like Sophie's Choice.
It was that same year. It was our senior year though. It wasn't our freshman year.
No, it was. I remember our very first film and video aesthetics
Was
class
it?
that he taught.
It
He gave
was
us a
Easy
list of movies
Rider.
we were supposed to watch one every week, and Easy Rider was like the second movie.
Easy Rider was one of
Yeah.
them.
He's in shit back into the 50s.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors. Boom. The original.
Well, yeah,
not
I mean,
the
He's
he's
in
old.
Little
80s
Shop
remake.
of Horrors.
Yeah, it's the original though. There's two Little Shop of Horrors that are made pretty close to each other. The one with Rick Moranis is in the 80s. That's the better one.
Yeah.
He
Underrated
was on the Andy Griffith.
as
show.
a comedic actor, fairly rated otherwise.
All right.
Underrated.
And Zach, how you
He
feel?
said underrated.
Underrated.
Your boy.
So recently, there's a musician I listen to. His name's Amigo the Devil. It's like kind of dark folk
Yeah.
alternative, and he released a song called Delilah, which was a cover of a Tom Jones song about a guy that murders his wife when he finds out she cheated on him.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
it's the Amigo the Devil song was so dark, and I was like, it's a Tom Jones cover.
song?
And the Tom Jones one, like
I whapped her. I hacked her.
well, no, like the verses are very like dun 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 dun, and then the chorus is
staccato.
like my Delilah, like it's like
Wow.
some corny Buco de Pepo sounding shit. But I was just like, the man's a
Alright.
legend. And Thunderball, I mean,
He's a legend.
he's a legend.
He's a legend.
He's a legend.
Yeah.
In a fun cameo. He never takes himself too seriously. Like, to start singing to the birds and shit, and the birds are like dancing and stuff at the end of the movie. I mean, that's like, he's like, oh, I could fly it. Yeah, sure. Like, what the fuck, Tom Jones?
I just can't see Tom Jones or listen to Tom Jones without thinking of Carlton. And
Yeah.
that alone makes
Yeah,
me
that makes you
enough.
smile.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. Mars Attacks.
A great one.
Do the voice again?
Ack, 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 ack. Apparently, they were going to give them subtitles, and then Tim Burton's like, no.
Nice. Yeah.
And, like, the ack, ack, ack noise was just, like, they wrote that in the script as a placeholder. And then, like, somebody read it, and Tim Burton's like, yes.
Just let it be.
Like, you know what I, like,
Love that.
the most Burton decisions ever. He's, like, probably high, like, sipping a cup of coffee, and, like, it's a small espresso in the corner, and he's
Yeah.
like, just let them say ack, ack, ack.
Well, you know, if you fuck with Burton, he's gonna kick a hole in your wall with his
That's true.
steel-toed
Doc
boot.
Martens.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
Size
true.
12.
Justin,
Yes,
you don't have anything?
I do have something.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
go.
Next week, we're watching Toy Story.
Let's fucking go. I'm Mrs.
going-
Nesbitt.
We're going back.
Don't you see the hat?
The OG of Pixar, numero uno.
Ooh,
We're gonna do all kinds
I'm
of
gonna be
Pixar themed stuff.
crying and
Yeah,
happy.
I haven't seen the first one in so long either.
I haven't seen it in like a year.
I don't know whether to say what I want to say or save it for next week, but I'm going to say it real quick, like a fun teaser leading into next week. So recently this week, you know, Dr. Seuss got it. They also got fucking Mr. Potato Head.
Oh yeah, they did.
Mr. Potato Head, there will no longer be, it'll just be non-binary Potato Head. But, so I was going back to see who the voice of these
Nope. There it is. Hey,
Hey.
hopefully you
Oh.
all know that we're doing Toy Story. If
Next
not, that was a dramatic letdown.
We'll do it again.
So, yeah, but we are now, our entire back catalog is on YouTube. Our entire back catalog, thanks, Ranking. Our entire back catalog is on podcasts. So go consume. If you think somebody would enjoy the show, but they can't watch it live with us on Wednesdays, please tell them about the back catalog. Yeah, go check it out. Just put in thoughts from the movies on YouTube or wherever you're looking for your podcast. All right. Toy Story next week. We're from the Union Fitness Studios. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.